like the sun. We will rise at dawn and never stop until we've won. The time has come. We will rise like the sun. I will never run. We will fight. Fight till we won. We will bite. We will smite all through the night. We never sleep. Never rest. Put the faith to the test. The self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, we'll win the fight, the end's inside. All you see in us is barbarian. What we want is to be equalitarian. We will rock, we will never stop. Standing at the top of the hilltop, we will mock. Viciously, capriciously, we're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry. But we will not beat your door, you'll break. I said we're done. We have fire in our veins and we will break these chains. I said we're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. Tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years there's finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. I said we're done.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Rapid Riders. I am Sam, DMing here for Fumble folks. We are with our Rapid Riders in a very tense moment, and I'll let them introduce themselves before we get any deeper into that. Great.
Did you say me?
Yes.
Yes! Hello, I'm Bree, and I'm playing Diana, the Sun Elf, Bard of Eloquence, / Wizard, Blade Singer. There she is. Yes.
TM.
Huh?
Sorry.
What did
Cool.
you
The
say?
face of the party.
I said TM. Trademark.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely
Copyright.
by now.
I feel like the intros are getting like properly
Systematic.
exact.
I mean, I
Efficient.
was quite good
Good.
in that one, I feel.
You were, exactly.
You
That's
did.
why I added a note of the trademark. No, that was really
Bard of Eloquence!
Bard! And Blade Singer extraordinaire.
Blade Singer! She has not sung or used the blade since. Ha 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 ha.
We've had some demonstrations.
You fought against Garrick.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about that. That
That's
never
fair.
fucking happened. Okay?
Well, moving swiftly on in that case. Ben.
Anyway.
Hi there. So speaking of TM'd intros, I'm Ben. I'm playing Zeke Boomdiggles, the half gnome, half dwarf, half monk, half warlock. Completely looking like a little child at the moment, and got a full bladder ready to piss on someone's shoes whenever I need to.
God damn. I'm pretty sure I haven't seen him drink that much.
I mean, TM,
muted
in a
myself.
certain way, it's become a trademark.
It has. I muted myself, but I did guffaw. Oh, funny.
Oh dear. Dory.
Hello, I'm Doran, and I'm playing the 8-foot tall half giant Howlite. He is a stupid. He's a barbarian. He is a fighter. He's a rogue. He's annoying.
Which class is that? Like,
That's a good question. I'm Diana's ex. I think that's it. It's my entire character.
Oh, you choose to identify yourself.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I feel I'm going to switch it up a little bit. I'm going to say Phil, introduce yourself.
I'm not ready. No, hi, I'm a Phil. and I am playing Dunstan Dewey Fairfoot. He is part halfling, part dew elf, and he's the ranger of the party. He has his swarm. He's a swarm keeper ranger, so he has a lot of burbs that help him. And last week, helped him a great deal, but also got very noticed in an undercover mission where it's important to not be noticed. So there's also one person in the masquerade ball that we're at who knows who he is. So that's some good undercover missioning, guys. Well done, Dewey. Well done.
I was going to say you blew your cover twice. Which is
Very true.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, give it time. We're still in the party.
Yeah.
Yes, we are. Yeah.
And last but not least, Sarah.
So hi, I'm Sarah. I'm playing Taxes. The human of the group was once the rogue of the group, and now is the rogue / way of describes monk of the group. She's currently doing the most introverted thing she could possibly do, and has to leave the party to go read a book. So she's happy.
And indeed, that's exactly what Taxes is doing, having stealed away from the party that has been held in semi-lockdown in the ballroom, as a wondrous jig has been kicked up, during which Leluc, your Imperial conscript turned traitor, has revealed the defences behind Alexis Tremanis's information that she has carried here with her. Taxis has bolted away to learn as much as she can, but it looks like Alexis Tremanis has realized something is happening, is trying to dance ever closer to Leluc to do something. You have successfully kept her away from now, giving Taxis time to begin reading information, including, well, so far only including one thing: the details of the mages that were involved in the massacre at the Tower of the Winding Paths. This is something I briefly spoke about on our Riders Digest, and something that we will cover here, and I've remembered, because I misspoke. At the time, last week, I said that there was only one name of note, and that was the name of Thalia Airsis, missing. Not dead, just currently missing. I misspoke, because there is another name which stands out to you amongst those here, and that name is Leluc Rents, dead, asterisk. This is what you've learned in this first round. Your party are unaware. However, jig continues, and we will see what else you can figure out before the jig is up. Because we are right back in the room, in the dance hall. The magical instruments are playing themselves into a ever faster jig as it's coming up once again to switch places, and Alexis is eyeing up a spot to swap with Halbert Tyree. You see that she somehow spoke something, and Halbert seemed compelled, either through obligation or through just sheer fear, to switch places. But thanks to Halite, Halbert did not switch last time. But another opportunity, and she is eyeing up Halbert, who is once again staring towards her and looking like they're going to try and trade places. Leluc is kept right on the end by the Harlequin. And yeah, I think Dewey and Halite, you're the only people who are going to get an opportunity to immediately affect this. Everybody else can try in some way. Otherwise, you're just trying to dance her back to where she was. But let me know if anybody else wants to do anything in this moment, as we're sort of this very strange round bouncing back and forth.
Heads off.
Otherwise, Halbert and Alexis are going to try and trade places.
All right. By the way, I love the before the jig is up.
Jeez.
Love that.
It's just so for the purposes of the people on the stream. So Alexis Tremannis is the person in the dark costume with a white mask and a purple background.
I think you can just about see all their titles, apart from our players. They are the ones in red.
Yeah. So from top to bottom, left to right, we've got Leluc. We've got the HarleQuinn. Then this guy, Jared Farringham, yeah. Behind the thing. Oh yeah, that's her. There's me, then there's Dewey, then there's Halibut, the fish, and then you got Alexis, Halite, Dewey's love interest. And then Zeke, who looks like a child.
That's Ben's character, not Dewey's love interest looks like a child. That's not,
No.
that's not
Yes.
That's
Very
not,
important distinction.
that's not what I said.
two
Well, they both
separate
look like
people.
children, to be fair. You do.
No,
look like a child.
no, one's currently a furry.
This must be such a weird thing to watch because you are a child dancing with an actual cat.
Very true.
What is happening? Anyway, cool.
Although you do have a mask on now, I believe. You have disguised yourself in some way.
I
so
have.
It's not... Yeah.
But I still look like the same shit-eating kid.
Yes, you still look like a shitty child. But everybody saw previously and knows this about shitty child.
Yes.
Why is this child even at this party? So
Why
annoying.
is this child at this party is a huge question many people have. But maybe not the front of their mind right now.
Do you want to ask? Do you dare?
Ooh. We found out who this was, didn't we? And we found out who this was. Down there, Gold Mask.
We know who
You
Gold
have
Mask
found out
is.
the names of everyone. I think Golden Mask has their name revealed on there.
They
Everybody
don't.
who's discovered. I do apologise. Golden Mask is a Teo.
Yeah.
Teo's the
It was
one
one
of
of
the
the
mage conscripts.
conscript mages. Yeah.
And he's like
Only
the...
ones you don't have the names for are this purple masked individual
Oh, I thought we had.
and this black masked individual down here.
And one of them's your Teppy.
And one of them is
one's
the
Tabby.
husband of your nemesis.
They're both presenting male, yes?
They are both presenting male, correct. One is a giant kin individual, and one is a earth elf individual.
Okay. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, cool. We're dancing.
With that, yep.
So, who's going first?
I mean, I will. Yeah, do whatever you want because they're going to try and do stuff.
Not just yet. It is going to be the attempt to. Oh, how are we going to do this? Swap Colleen, Alexis.
Oh yeah. I know.
Back to, so Alexis is with me, but I'm also going to attempt to switch sides.
Okay, so. Okay,
I would like to be where
So,
like to be where Colleen is, and I would like to have
Alexis dancing
Alexis
next to you.
between and with Halite in the way on the
Yeah.
other side.
Okay,
Should we
Colleen
all
is
say-
following your lead.
Should we all say who
you
we
can
want
make-
to swap with?
Yeah, well,
Or do it one at a time?
I think I'm going to honour the sort of the first to act in this
Yeah.
fast-paced jig. So make a dexterity check plus performance if you have proficiency. Colleen, yeah, I was going to say Colleen does not know what you're doing, but is able to dance very well, so is going to grant you help here.
Dexterity plus performance or just performance?
Dexterity plus your proficiency if you have proficiency in performance.
Okay. I do.
The years of playing the bagpipes really help.
Performance?
Yeah, apparently. That's a 17.
17. Okay. Alexis is going to see if she can dance her way out of that.
Can I give her disadvantage?
How would you like to try and give her disadvantage?
Because I want to do the exact same thing that Zeke was doing. I didn't know about him switching places, but I wanted to grab Colleen and give Zeke Alexis.
Okay.
Would I be able to give her disadvantage on...
I'm going to say make a dance check to do this without being obvious about it.
Dance check.
If you roll a 10 or higher, you succeed in
so
giving her
that's a 23.
23. Fuck me. Okay, you give her disadvantage. You are subtle about it.
Can I like spin her on her Todd, just like so she's like
You do.
make her dizzy.
She's dizzy. She slams a foot into the ground and catches herself. You watch, even with the disadvantage. In this moment, she sees that Colleen is coming, dances definitely to the side, spins her around and back into her place as she tries to use momentum to move up to Halibut. I rolled twice. She rolled a 14 and a 16, so 14 was a minimum. Halibut is going to try and take her place. The only person who has an opportunity to really make a difference here is Dewey. Anything you'd like to try and do?
I would essentially, if this is all at the same time, I'd just like to straight up just swap places with Halibut.
Okay, make a dance check. It's going to be contested versus Halibut. Dex plus proficiency if you have proficiency in performance.
Do not. So that'll be +3. That's 12.
12. You try to quickly swap places with Halibut, but you are danced out of place too quickly as Halibut definitely moves around you, and as you turn around, you realize you are dancing instead with Alexis Tremanis in front of you. I'm going to move her there.
Oh no.
Womp. The other side.
Leluc sees this and is dancing with the HarleQuinn. Yeah, you see the HarleQuinn dancing circles, just keeping Leluc perfectly in place in this moment. You know, if they start the turn dancing together, something is going to happen. But if you spin one the other way and one the other, it's salvageable. But Alexis is getting ever closer towards Leluc.
So, are we aware that Leluc wants to leave, or is he just...
You look like Leluc is trying to keep the illusion up that this is all going normally for the time being. If they bolted and ran, it would be too obvious.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I was thinking. Okay, cool. Alright, cool. I don't think I want to do anything. I would like to keep Jared, which means Alexis can't get any further up.
Cool. Make a dance check. Jared is going to roll, but he's going to roll at disadvantage. He doesn't particularly want to move. Actually, no, that's a lie. He wants to move towards Colleen, but
yeah,
he
does.
To have a word. So he's going to try and move down, but he's only going to get the opportunity to move with Dewey. He's not going to get Alexis any closer.
Remind me what I'm adding to this.
Dex plus proficiency. You definitely have proficiency in performance. I'm sure you do.
Come on, Diana, last line of defense.
If not expertise.
You were given expertise last week.
Yeah, yes, because
I think it's a 16.
16. You see as Jared begins to go towards the jig. You are faster than him. You know the dance better than him. You spin him around in a circle. You keep him exactly where you want him.
Good-o.
Quick DM question.
Yes.
Unseen servant.
You have used your action for this round.
I know. I just want to ask a question. So.
Okay. Is it something you want to do in front? Yep, go for it.
Unseen servant, technically, it doesn't say anything about how heavy the servant is. It declares that it's about the size of a person. Am I able to get the unseen servant to stand on her dress to give her disadvantage when she tries to twirl away next time?
God.
I am going to rule, but it is the same as the unseen servant's ability to pull, because that's going to be as strong as it's at least as strong, their ability to pull as like to stand on the dress. I'm going to say from this distance, that is something that you could do if you do it subtly enough to give her some
£30.
kind, to give her disadvantage. A 15-kilogram weight, £30. That's
Yeah.
certainly a distraction on
Yeah.
a dress all of a sudden. If she does not want to tear her dress, she's going to have to dance very well, and that is something we will come to next round. But in the meantime, far away from a jig, not too far, taxes. You are rifling through this book. You're realizing there are letters in there now. There is a lot of information here. You do not know how long you have exactly. You just know that you have to take in as much information as possible.
Cool.
Do you do?
So I'm gonna investigate the book.
Investigate. Oh god, can anybody remember DCO set to say that you get to choose of 2?
15, I think.
15, cool.
I can't remember.
I'm fairly sure. I didn't set it too high. Make your investigate check. 22. Yeah, of course.
22,
Ace
yeah.
it. Roll a d20 twice, please. And tell me the 2 results.
So it's a 4 and a 20. Not
4 and a
Natural
20.
20.
4 is something you already rolled. Please roll it again.
6.
6. You have a choice between learning something about Burrowfirth, the settlement, almost like indent settlement, where people are tunneling towards, tunneling through the mountains of Virtuosnan, or you have an opportunity to learn something about Yobrana, which is a northern kingdom to the north and far east, directly above the eastern ridge, the new position of the Empire.
Does she still have the option to go back and lead her with the blood scroll?
She vaguely knows where it is, but she's going too fast. This is in the space of 6 seconds, but she's going, that's fair, no, pick this. Okay, read it. Got it. Next, go. That's how much time she has in this
Short circuit.
panic. This isn't speed reading. This is panic reading. Is what's happening right now.
This is just a typical Sunday.
And what would you like to choose?
The tunnel, please.
The tunnel. Okay. You read about progress in Burrowfirth. You see that Taskmaster Breloxa, who refuses to take the title of Reeve, prefers the name Taskmaster, keeping the old position of leader of sort of indentured peoples, in keeping them in check. It's very much a testament to her cruelty, but she would rather not be known as a Reeve. She would continue to keep the name Taskmaster. She reports good progress, lots of ores, lots of stone coming out of that tunnel. You briefly see quite a lot of the quite a lot of the ores and metals are going towards Vinin, especially irons that can be made into steel. You do see quite a lot of copper is going more to the south and west. It will take you some time after this to unpack what that might mean, but right now you know where it's going. Beyond that, you know that the Steel Wall, which is the name of her elite unit of troops there, have kept anybody from coming in or out, although there are suspicions that the dwarves might be trying to tunnel away even deeper underneath. But they are vigilant for that. And you know that they are making great progress to what they call... I think they'd probably just call it the Great Road. And you realize, if it's not been made clear, the real purpose of Burrowfirth is not just to mine and dig into the mountains, get resources. They are digging a straight line north. They are creating a causeway underneath the mountains so that they can move troops rapidly far.
Bye, Sam. Bye.
He said the trigger word. He said rapid.
It was the dramatic moments.
Yeah.
Move troops dramatically where?
That was the quick one.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Causeway rapidly north from basically right next door to the capital. And the last thing that you sort of are able to catch on the page before you run out of information to take in is it's not just on foot. there is a vast array of minecarts that have been powered in some way that can rapidly make this movement over the course of potentially a night. If they get to Burrowfirth, they are in Belmare, maybe even Salaton within a couple of days. If they try to launch an attack on the north, they can amass and Vinin and be ready to launch the offensive within a week. If this causeway gets finished, which it looks like good progress is being made. That is the true purpose of Burrowfirth. A rapid launching point into the north.
Wow.
Then I would
Shit.
like to do my bonus action
Yes, you would.
of Eye Detail. So
Uh,
I roll
hates
another
it.
investigation check.
You are an inquisitive rogue, and as a bonus action, you can make an investigation check. I'm going to set the DC slightly higher for this one, as it is a bonus action, because you are rapidly trying to read more things. Is it 20 on your bonus actions?
17 I got.
Okay, roll a d20. You only get one thing of information here. You don't get to choose. You get what you're given, essentially.
Okay.
But
So
you get
9?
to take it all in. On a 9... I'm sorry. On a 9, you just are trying to take information as quickly as possible. You grab something, a letter, it looks important, it's got a seal on it. You open it up. It's her invitation to this feast in particular. There's not much more information to gain
Okay.
with this particular letter.
What was the seal?
The seal looks like spears crossed atop a blue field. You do gain knowledge of what the House Penat seal is. It is a blue field with 2 spears crossed.
Useful.
It makes sense for military house of Belmare, which is like all about this, opulence. What am I talking about? The wealth essentially that comes from living near this lake. So the lake being a blue field, but they are particularly the military house. So spears crossed across a blue field is what you gain. So you know what the Penat house seal is, but that is what you gain as you just move on, trying to leave for the next thing. Meanwhile, back on the dance floor. Back on the dance floor. You can see Alexis is trying her hardest, and Jared really wants to swap places. 2 people who really want to be where the other person is and making progress. People who are going to have a direct influence here are obviously Diana and Dewey and Halite, who can try and move positions how they want.
Something that I'd like to do, maybe. Oh no.
What would you like to do?
Oh no. Oh no. Are they trying to move? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How obvious?
They're going for you, because they have no reason to choose one person over the other at this point. So they're going to try and trade places with you.
Ooh, amazing. Okay. Can I want to cast a spell.
Okay. Their attention
Oh.
is on you,
Okay.
but there's definitely lots of dancing and twirling around.
Yeah, and it's only verbal. It's the silvery barbs that Lilac has used before.
It is a reaction as well, so it's lightning fast, but
Yeah.
it does involve a verbal component. Let me have a quick check. I don't know if they need to hear it in order for it to be
No, it's within
effective.
60 foot, so I assume not.
Yes, I'm
I
just wondering if...
distract the person for a
Yes.
moment.
So they would... The
Yeah,
question is, would they be aware that you have cast a spell? Is the
Yeah.
question.
I mean,
That
when Lelik
is my
did it,
question.
Lelik went, really? Those shoes?
Yes, that's what they did, and in
Yeah.
that moment, they knew that a spell had been cast, and hence why we're in this situation.
Yeah.
So now a second person is about to cast the same spell.
I will, though,
Yes.
do it on Jared
Okay.
instead, because she knows what's happening and she would know the
Clever.
second time.
Very,
Do
very
it on
clever.
Jared.
What would you like to say to Jared?
Everyone's being rude to him.
I know.
You know how they've been rude as well.
You surprised me as such a good dancer. I'm just gonna snog his face. No, I'm joking. That's disgusting.
Wearing masks.
Clunk, clunk. Yeah. No. You surprised me. You're such a good dancer.
You don't
Must
look
be
like you
negative.
would be.
Passive aggressive. I
No,
love
it's true. Fucking true.
It doesn't have to be negative. It just has to be.
No, it doesn't. I'm
sporadic.
just
me. You
distracting him.
actually yes.
I'm distracting
No,
him
no,
with kind
very-
words.
I like
Very
passive
true,
aggressive
very
angle
true.
more.
They are not sure how to take it. I'll leave it like that.
Good.
But they have no choice. They have disadvantage on this roll, and you can give advantage to somebody else.
I'll give the advantage to Dewey to keep her there.
Okay. So Alexis is going to try and dance and talk with you, Diana.
May I try and do something first?
Yeah, vaguely. We're not dancing towards you, but what would you like to try and do?
I would like to do something very vambocious I saw on a dancing thing once, of
Mhm.
where I slide someone underneath my legs and pick them back up and, like, you know, do a twirl and stuff. And I would like to swap places with Alexis, so I'm dancing with Dewey.
This
I've
is
just
going to
cast
be
a fucking
difficult.
spell.
Because Alexis is going the other way.
I just cast a spell.
If it's okay, because that spell was cast first and moving this, I'm going to say if this fails, you have the opportunity. Otherwise, you might be swapping with Jared.
Cool.
That's my spell.
Right. Alexis is trying to take places with you. You don't have advantage, so it's a straight roll between you and Alexis to see if she can dance into your position.
Me, yeah.
Yes. Oh my god.
Dewey has advantage, keep it there.
Yeah.
So her total is 27.
That is
Some dancing.
slightly more than mine. I rolled a 4.
You rolled a 4.
Yeah.
So you're focused on this spell. You manage to get this right, and as you turn, you see that she's already in front of you. She dips you into a bow, and as she pushes you away, you realize you are now dancing next to...
Does Dewey not get a chance to stop her from doing that?
I'm going to say Dewey has a chance here.
Yeah, because I gave him the advantage to
You
do
gave
that.
advantage.
Oh, did she also... Oh, no, it wasn't her. Fuck.
She doesn't have a disadvantage. Jared has disadvantage, as he was going to swap with Dewey.
Okay.
I'm going to say Dewey, thinking on the moment, you see this dip, and you realize, I've got to swap here, or it's not going to happen. So you're trying to both keep Jared where he is and swap places with Alexis to keep, because currently here is the position. And this is not how it's going to end, but the position is here. So you're going to try and take Alexis's place and keep Jared exactly where they are. Jared has disadvantage.
Yeah.
Jared still rolls a 13 total.
Okay.
You need to roll.
I have advantage
I'm gonna make
from
it...
Diana. Is that right?
You do have advantage from Diana. I'm going to roll again for Alexis. You have to beat a 21.
Come on, good boy.
In order to push up, like, take her from this dip where she turns around. We're going to try and catch her in momentum and turn her around. But it's going to involve a 21 check.
Come on, bird boy.
No. It's dexterity.
Plus your proficiency bonus if you have performance.
I do not have that.
Actually, no, I believe you get that. I believe we established last time you get that because you've been taught the dance by Colleen.
Yes.
So I do get that.
You do get that.
In that case, I do it. I rolled the highest number I rolled was 17. So 20 with my dexterity.
Right.
And then if I get that proficiency, then yes, I've done it.
Okay, so Diana focuses on the spell. Alexis pulls you into a dip, turns you around, spins you around, and as she's doing that, you watch as Dewey slides underneath, holds her hand, spins her right the fuck back around, and now you have essentially Alexis is back where she was. Dewey is over here. The only people who've changed places is Diana and Dewey.
I think because this is so
Hello.
tense and such a combat, I like the people watching it, just like, oh!
Yeah.
Oh, this. Ooh, what did she do
It's,
there?
it's a very
Ooh.
intricate and, like,
Oh,
Weird
masterful
dance.
dance that's happening here. Very few rolls here are succeeding on anything less than a 15.
Yeah.
So you guys are very masterfully dancing this entire time. Hallie, you have this opportunity now to
Push her back even further.
to get Alexis in your place. She's gonna roll a contested dance check. I'm just gonna roll this straight.
Am I able to do something?
Yes,
before
you
this?
are. You're able. Yes. Would you like to do what we?
I'm gonna make eye contact with Colleen.
Okay.
Mouth. Please don't panic. I am going to. I'm gonna cast Crown of Madness.
What?
Which
Okay.
allows me to charm, but it doesn't show anything. Unless I'm wrong, it doesn't say that it shows anything. If it shows
Okay.
something, then I will completely take it back.
Okay.
As far as I'm
okay.
aware,
I love this plan.
It allows me to compel someone to do the actions that I request.
Usually, a crown of madness makes a crown of
Right.
thorns.
yeah.
Whilst the target is charmed in this way, a twisted crown of jagged iron
Okay,
appears on its
ignore
head,
that then.
and a madness glows in their eyes. Cool.
Yeah, completely ignore that then.
It's very
Cool.
obviously dark,
that
evil
Now-
magic.
Yeah,
I will.
that
but I
doesn't
also
show
attack.
on D&D Beyond. It just says
Fair
it
enough.
just does what it describes.
Yeah,
It
on
doesn't
D&D
actually say
Beyond,
how it
in
looks.
D&D Beyond, in the like search tool, it's there,
Yeah.
but not. I imagine not in the character page. Kind of
No,
thing.
it's not. Okay,
No.
ignore that then. Carry on with what.
Fair
you're doing.
enough. I would say that Zeke has not cast a spell before. I might not know this, but I'm not going to be that cruel. Cool.
It's just part of the mask.
You still have options if you would like to contribute here. Otherwise, it's going to be a straight dance check between Alexis and Halite to try and trade places.
It's a dance off, baby.
Then I'm gonna do Unseen Servant then.
Okay. People are not looking at you right now, so please just make me a sleight of hand. It's to have a somatic component. Not somatic. Yeah, somatic component. Sorry.
Verbal, somatic, and material component.
Cool. So you
I
have to move your hands in some way. You have to be
Yes.
casting magic. Just make me a sleight of hand check to do this without being immediately pegged as casting magic in the situation.
Does he get advantage? Because
You have advantage. Yeah, you have advantage because people are not looking at you right now.
It's an 18.
18. You think you've evaded most people, unless somebody's paying particular attention to you, which nobody is. You're fine.
I'm trying to tie it into the kid's poor hand movements so that
Yeah,
they can
could
see
Alexis feels like a heavy weight just onto the back of her dress as she's already spinning. She sees the figure that is Halite reach out to spin and almost keep her in weight. Goes onto you. She's going to have disadvantage in this dance check to trade places. Make a dance check. So Dex plus your performance.
Oh, it's really bad.
11. She has disadvantage. She rolls a natural 1 and she trades places.
She's got a trip up. There's something standing on her dress.
Which is very good.
Sam,
If not for that disadvantage, she rolls a 22. So good move.
Damn.
Yeah, you
for,
see?
for the Unseen Servant, can I have it be a ghost of my choosing that nobody else can see but me? I would like it to be the little furball girl, the very first
Yes.
one that came in. I
You
want
watch as a little furball girl
and
slams
just like
on the
make eye
ground.
contact, like yeah.
No, she doesn't like slam her foot on. She full on bunny hops onto the dress with her full weight
Or
and
actually
is just
flip her.
holding it down,
I'm
which
just gonna
is
make eye contact with her, like very very subtle, just get to it, awesome.
Oh, I love her so much.
I like the sassy granny.
I was considering her, but I thought because there was booze around, she'd try and go and get that.
seeing how things are moving. The Harlequin does a spin as him and Lelek. Harlequin, Lelek. He's like tries to get her closer towards Alexis, but Lelek holds the Harlequin in a spin and they just dance and jig around. and maintain their places. They switch places, but they maintain their position in the line. Okay.
Oh, hi, Halite.
Hey.
Hey.
Yes. Diana and Halite dancing next to each other at the top of the next round. But currently, Taxes, just heavy breathing, just a couple of letters here or there. Majority of it seems to be in this book. Make your investigation check as your action, which I believe you want to do, unless you want to surprise me here.
24? No.
Not that surprising me would be a good thing. Surprising me.
I mean,
24. Absolutely. Roll your 2d20s.
It's a 1 or a 9.
Don't know.
1 or a 9. 9 you've rolled, so roll again.
17.
17. You learn something either about indents, specifically about indent rings, or on a 17, you learn something about Salatin. Salatin. You see, you rifle through a letter and you see something about Salatin. You open it up, you see the official seal of Elizabeth Calvia, born of Osnan. You see you see a special request for use of magic. You see here the asking for permission to turn the Ovwanar into a tool of magical potency, into a tool of magical destruction.
No, thank you.
You
Shit.
I'm going to say, on this, like, very much on the fly, make me a history check here to know what the Ovwanar is.
Request
Get
denied.
advantage on that.
Yeah, Dewey doesn't, Phil does.
That's
Oh,
22.
God.
22. The Ovwanar is the famous massive telescope that sits atop the keep in Salatin. It's meant to keep an eye on as far as Sarai, even onto the borders of the Northern Kingdoms. You can imagine where you can't. It's not clear how somebody could turn a giant telescope into a weapon, but that can't be good.
It's a magnifying glass.
But currently,
They're so far away, they look like ants, Liz. They are ants.
But currently, they're clearly in the stages of asking the special permission to use something magical, because clearly that needs the church's approval, as it is a sin against the clergy of Osnan to use magic.
I'll say the North is totally fucked.
The North is, you don't know what the North is right now, but if the North aren't prepared, the North are fucked. Because currently they have an army railroading their way north after a devastation with a magical telescope weapon.
My God.
Oh, no.
Cool. Okay, bonus action.
We stop trying to destroy our half of the continent.
Bonus action, again.
Fuck you and your empire. The Northern
17.
Territories will not
17.
yield.
Not enough this time to choose what you want, but enough that you can roll a d20 to tell me the result.
8.
8. Again, this time, not as interesting, but still not entirely uninteresting to you, because you go through a sheaf of papers and see the latest tax reports from individual holds. You know which holds within the Empire are making the most money for the Empire. You don't see deductibles for, like, the military, what goes immediately back in, but you do see which areas of the continent are most wealthy. Vinin is ahead by a very long way. You see that it's the latest reports, so you see that what's her name? Woodhurst seems quite high as well. Harley's Rest and Fenrion seem fairly low, especially from not Fenrion. Harley's Rest and Ben Lissia, basically Fenrion in general, seems fairly low, especially considering what you know. There might be more to unpack there later, but these official reports are showing that Fenrion is reading low.
We brought the house prices down by existing.
No.
Salatin looks high, especially as the one trade port that is safe to go from to Sarai and all of the northern trade. You see some of the dwarven kingdoms are also particularly high.
think Fenrir
Lullin,
generally.
Lullin is right down at the bottom. It is. There's nothing coming out of Lullin.
No,
Poor Lullin.
All in, you see I would say on all in you see an asterisk of like pay attention, much higher than last time. You gain in this moment that all in is not high but rapidly rising. I think that's about it that you learn from this particular information.
I mean, it would make sense that Hang's Rest and Benless are low, because the entire thing is about trading, and we've just been raiding trade caravans constantly.
Yeah, but like
You
Fenrir isn't Fenrir like classically more deprived than the others anyway.
It's more like the breadbasket of the empire.
Yeah,
like
just sort of
food gets produced
grows
here
it
to
and
go
then
out.
gives it away.
Yeah.
But I think even for that, taxes notices in this moment that's lower than it should be.
I mean, Belgium, I should expect to be low anyway because they're one of the main tax people.
Yeah,
It's not there.
you've seen tax reports in
Not there anymore.
Benlesia. They are like fucking unbelievable the amount of taxes coming through, and the fact that this much gets reported back to the Empire, something's dodgy there. Whether that's somebody scraping something off the top for themselves, or whether that is a absolute clusterfuck of clerical mistakes, it's not clear. As you are speed reading through these notes, you can see that there are a lot of notes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Isn't the person in charge of
You want-
Benless a real bad scumbag?
He's the person in charge of Benelicia in general is a Tebi, but the person in charge of Fenrion and by extension rules Benelicia is Balin Osnan, who is
Is he the useless
rather
one?
than he's rather than a scumbag, he's just a hedonist, I think is the best description of him.
So I know he's like known as like a reeve crusher or some shit.
He basically goes through the fact that a Tebi has remained Reeve for this long is amazing because he just gets bored, either gets bored or gets disappointed in people and replaces them. The fact that a Tebi has been here this long is a testament to how good she is at her job. Whether that is she's good at her job or good at keeping Balin satisfied in her work, that is a topic of popular debate in the many Benelician drinking halls. Let's put it like that.
Is remind me, is Balin the son that like comes down on the Planquin chair and is
Yes,
like,
yeah.
really cool?
Balin was brought
Gluttonous.
into Fenrion on a throne that was carried from Vinin on the backs of indents to make a point.
Damn.
He's not a good guy, but he's also not a very
Scumbag.
scary figure. He's just a scumbag. He's very...
Point stats.
Cool. You realise there is a lot of information here. The two things that are of particular importance to you still, what has happened for you guys, where are the mages that have been imprisoned? And for Leluc, what is up with his weird connection to why he must work for the Empire? I haven't seen that yet.
Fucking dead.
And any other bonus information about Lyric is also a good thing.
Cool.
Okay, back to the dance.
Back to the dance.
Back to the dance.
When is this?
As we
When does this
rejoin
song
the
end?
dance hall,
Good job, Tess.
But-
everybody,
Fucking song
more
end.
you all
turns.
hear a as there is a distinctive note
Right.
hit. Everybody make me a history check. You've all lived in the Empire. Well, everybody who is familiar with this dance, I'll say, can make me a history check at advantage.
I couldn't know. No.
Oh, good.
I lived there. If I don't know it, then Halide definitely doesn't.
The DC is 12.
Ah,
Could I do something with performance? Do I maybe I know the note? Something like that? I don't know.
Unless you know the dance, it's specific about knowing the history of the dance.
Cool.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
you right there, Ben?
Yeah, I'm here. My computer just froze.
I am the
Okay.
DM now.
I got.
I mean, I'm
a-
allowed to do that.
Combat, go!
Ah,
People
I
kill
got
each other.
a 22.
Fuck. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You hear
Makes
that
sense.
note.
Apologies, everyone.
You realize
Ooh,
that you
different
reckon,
angle.
like, you know the song, you know the jig, you know the dance steps. That note is the indicator that the dance is close to ending. You know you have maybe 30 seconds before the end of the dance, and you maybe have like a few moments of the bow afterwards. So maybe 36 seconds left of keeping this up, which is good for you because you only have to keep Leather away for that amount of time.
Yeah.
But you don't know how much time Taxes needs.
So 5
But
rounds.
we are on a 5 to 6 round counter. It depends on that last moment if you can get that round to extend a little bit. That will be up to you, but at least you have 5 rounds from this point on.
Okay.
What would people like to do?
Would like to keep dancing with Halite.
Like to keep
Okay.
dancing with Diana.
Okay,
I would
Alexis
not
is
like to
obviously
keep-
going to try.
Yeah, and Dewey wants to keep dancing with
with the father of my love interest, who, if
Who
he
absolutely
discovered who
hates
I
you.
was, would. Oh
Would.
god.
That's hilarious. For,
Yeah.
for,
Murder would not be their word for it. They would put you down.
Put you down.
yeah, like a dog. Okay, let's go.
DM, may I ask a question?
Of course.
Since me and Diana were both in a band, we're both romantically connected, would we have danced with each other a lot? Would we get advantage on our roles against each other, with each
This
other?
is very much a you tell me.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
we've
so.
danced a lot.
I mean, we danced on stage as well.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
danced in private, babe. Come on.
Oh yeah, that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, babe.
Rather than a straight
Don't do that,
advantage,
you're not babe anymore.
I'm going to give you both.
Can
a
I still
plus...
call you? There it is.
I'm
I
going to give you
wrote
both
that.
a +4 to this roll,
+4.
based on your
+4.
familiarity.
I was gonna say
of
it would have been advantage.
each other's moves and learning how to read each other.
You had a difficult breakup, so.
It's not a straight advantage. It's not like I'm so familiar with what I'm doing. It's I'm familiar with this person.
I feel
And I
like
can read
though,
what they're doing.
dancing with each other's just, it's been nice, you know what I mean?
It's nice.
It's
It is
nice.
nice. Okay,
Hey,
18 for Halite.
+4.
+4 makes it 22.
are we adding all those numbers?
Yes.
And then +4.
And then +4.
Okay,
I
wait.
mean, mine is hilariously similar because my dex is the same as my charisma, so I don't have to change anything.
I'm gonna wait a minute. I gotta get this right.
Builds attention.
So it'll be your
Big
dex
math.
plus
I got it
double
right.
your proficiency plus.
33.
Fuck yes! So, here's what's going to
Who's
happen.
leading?
I'm
Alexis
always
is going to try and
leading.
place it. Alexis's first competition here is to figure out if she can figure out who's a better target.
Oh, honey,
She's
no.
a very learned woman, so she is going to try and dance Halite away, but she's going to have disadvantage because you rolled so high.
You should minus what I rolled against what you
she,
rolled.
she should have extra disadvantage because my unseen servant is still on her.
Still on her.
Last
You
one.
know what? I'm
How
gonna
about she gets a
take
-4?
your familiarity. Yeah, I'm gonna take her. I'm gonna take your familiarity. Make it minus disadvantage -4. She still has to beat a 22. Is this possible?
Natural 20 is always
Minus
automatic
33.
success.
She has to roll a 19 or a 20 on disadvantage.
On her ass. On her ass. Come on.
No. She tries to dance around and pick a place, but you guys are so intertwined in this dance and moving back and forth, there's not a convenient point to grab a hand and move through. You can see that she has failed a miss, and she is getting frustrated. She's visibly frustrated.
Oh
You're a
no.
wall of funk, babe.
But she
Ah,
fails
thanks,
to move
man.
this round.
I think that's a good thing.
Dewey, are you going to try and do anything?
I would like to try and swap places with the jester.
Here we go.
Okay. Make
I
a
don't want to be with this man.
dance check. But HarleQuinn's going to make a just straight intelligence check.
Uh-oh.
Okay. The HarleQuinn is going to try and resist you.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
probably won't be difficult. That is a 9.
Shit, I was gonna do something else, but never mind.
That's a 12 again.
Yeah, I was gonna do something else.
Okay. The Harlequin, as you try and swap places with them, you spin around, keep Lelik in place, and expertly moves you away. They seem to twig to something as they stand in a moment, and they see how far away Tremanus is. They look like next time they're going to try and move Lelik closer, because keeping him in a fixed position has been great, but keeping him so far away, especially as the music is about to end, is not helping their cause. So you try and swap places, but they are too good at dancing.
Yep.
But weirdly, that helps you more than it helps the Harlequin right now, because it's best to keep Lelik this far away. Or at least, in the Harlequin's opinion, they want to be moving Lelik further along, and that was what they were trying to do. They are going to try and quickly move Lelik into a different position by handing him off to Jared and getting him to move. Jared continues to not know what's going on, but Jared wants to move down. He doesn't want to move up, so he's going to try and resist this.
I feel like Jared wants to get out of the dance, but is just kind of every time he gets a chance to excuse himself, another hand comes in, another arm gets.
Jared's trying to make their way towards Colleen, trying to make their way down to the very bottom of the pile, and instead they get twisted around by the Harlequin, and the Harlequin successfully moves Jared into their own dance and piles Lelik off onto you.
Uh-oh.
Once again, they are only 2 spaces away from each other.
Alright, babe.
But the very center of his dance is occupied by a power ex-couple.
Oh no.
We used to be a band!
I believe that is everyone down here, unless I think it's a concentration. No? Okay. So right back up to danger reading zone. You don't know how long you have. Make me a history check at disadvantage.
Is the book starting to catch on fire? How fast?
Combination of unfamiliarity.
22.
You heard that high note just in the distance. You roughly know how long you have as well. You know you have about 30 seconds.
Your mum made you go to ballet recitals and
you have 30 seconds before it ends.
She would absolutely not.
It's triggering the sound.
On a 22,
because I was dancing.
you have infiltrated enough places where fancy dances were happening, or at least you have been taught this in some way. Maybe Diana taught you this dance at some point. But that high note, 30 seconds, give or take. You know the score here, but on a 22 investigation, you also know whatever you would like to of 2 things, if you would like to roll me those dice.
So it's a 3 and a 1.
3 and a 1. One you have rolled already but not chosen it. You know that's something about indents, specifically the rings. A 3, you see quickly. As you're scanning a page, you see reports on specific rebel groups around the Empire.
Rebel groups.
Which one?
Rebel groups.
Rebel groups. Okay. You skim through them as quickly as you can. You see Rapid Riders front of place. You see Oz Nemesis considered inactive next to it. You see not a specific name, but you see some kind of infiltrative group known to exist in Harling's Rest. You see acknowledgement of factions within Vinin that are locked in some kind of power struggle.
Ooh.
You see a great deal of information about the Ardvani Syndicate in Frilim. But as you take the time to read that and the information there, you know that they don't know who the leader is. You just know that this crime family has, for some reason, gone from just trying to make a profit to trying to make a difference. And it seems to there seems to be a thread that comes around one name, and that name is Jared. Not Jared. Jared.
Oh, it's like Dread. Wow, that's so cool. What the fuck?
What's his name?
Jared.
Jared.
As in the same Jared?
Jared, I
Who's,
didn't really
who's
read.
dancing with Dewey?
You do see something next to their name, and you see very similar to how it was listed on the Tower of Winding Pass. You see Jared dead. But there's a lot of information, lot of points that seem to come back to this individual.
Okay.
Apart from that, you see that there are speculations about the other things that exist here. The most people have is the Perlite group. You see a lot of reports about people going missing, especially those who seem to be mill-aligned against the Empire. And you see reports of moving north, seem to be moving northwest, and vague connections of a map where somebody has plotted it, and where you see roughly where they know roughly where this small army that Perlite had got ready. They know roughly where they are, but they don't know exact location yet. But they know enough to go searching if they wanted to. It's not like we have people here, we know where they are, we're going to go and raid them. Just if we had a month where we had enough people, we could go in, we could find them, we could take them out. They're on that verge, but you knew that they were on that verge, but it's a very much like a here it is in black and white from the Emperor's own most trusted person.
Cool. Okay.
I'm going to say you take in more information as quickly as you can, and if you want to ask me a specific question later about things that they knew, you can do that. But you quickly turn pages going, I have not got much time, and on the 27, you can roll a d20 twice and tell me which one you would like. 19 and a 9, is that?
Done
Yeah,
9.
19 and a 9. Done 9.
9 you've already rolled. Roll again.
20.
20,
Natural
19 or 20. You see the familiar page that you've already done. Not already done. Already noticed. Reports about Volca and Yabrana, the Northern Kingdoms. Bottom of 19, you pick up I think the best way to describe it is a scroll case that is corked at the end, and it doesn't look like a missive so much as it looks like something just important in general. I would describe it as a mystery scroll.
Will you choose the mystery scroll?
Yeah, that's
Mystery
mystery scroll.
Scroll.
Mystery scroll?
Yeah.
Mystery scroll.
Woo, we got the
Mystery
mystery
scroll.
scroll!
You have a free voucher for a burger. Oh.
You untwist the scroll casing. You read it in front of you. What languages do you speak?
All of the above.
Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, and Feastcat.
You don't know what it says. There's a lot of verses. It looks like... No, you wouldn't even know the alphabet. What you do see, emblazoned into the center of it, in almost like an iron... It would be more like a brass fitting into the center of the scroll, like it's worked into the parchment of it, is a gloriously flawless diamond.
Love that.
Mm.
You don't think... I will give you in this moment. You don't think the scroll would be immediately missed. This is something you could take with you.
Take it! Take it!
Yeah, I'm taking it.
Take it!
Okay, you take it. If, for want of ease, if you can put in your inventory a scroll of Raise Dead, please.
Oh shit.
Christ.
That's...
Oh.
Why'd you give us that? Fuck you.
That's 119 we'll get you.
What's 20? Roll 20.
You
20's for reporting your brand.
Yeah.
Shit. Nah, we don't need to know that.
Okay. Let's go for another round. 24 seconds, sorry, roughly on the clock.
God.
You know the dance is coming to a near close, and you know that Tremalis is getting increasingly frustrated. What would you like to do?
Keep dancing with Highlight.
Okay.
Keep
And
dancing with
also,
that.
And also, if anyone is inspired by my dancing, namely Lilac,
Yes, you have all your bardic inspirations to
I'd
use
like
as
to
well.
give Lilac bardic inspiration. Please.
Okay. It's about a D8 at your level.
Yeah.
Cool.
Also,
Shout
if
at
I think you can if you fail, you don't have to use it or something. You can
Yes,
keep it.
yeah.
Because
Oh, you can keep it because you're an eloquence bard.
Oh, what is it?
Yeah.
Like
Do
if
it
you
again.
add, if you use the dice,
If you use the dice,
But
it
it doesn't
fails.
work.
You can just hold on to it.
Yeah.
cool.
Very cool. Reusable, unless it wins.
Reusable.
In which case, yay. That's a
Cyclable.
better scenario. Cool. Very cool. As you are right next to Lelik, you inspire them with the intricate dancing. Please roll those checks again.
God. Can we get more than a 33? No.
Find out.
It's a straight roll, isn't it?
Straight roll, yes.
There's nothing
Are we-
straight in this group.
I know. Are we adding 4 again?
You are adding 4.
Yeah.
I like that as a rule. We're going to do that.
23.
23.
And then it's a me.
Or 22.
That's a 19.
19. Okay. Alexis eyes again, knowing roughly who is dancing better, and looks towards you, Diana. Dances towards you. You know you can throw her away. It's not going to be a thing. And she whispers in your ear, "Trade. Please make me I believe, a wisdom saving throw."
Oh,
What?
Oh, fuck.
Sorry,
Yes,
what?
okay.
Alexis does this.
Alexis
Yeah.
does this.
Thank
Yeah,
Christ you did it on
bitch.
Diana.
With a whisper in the ear, she
Priest magic.
gives you just a quick command. Trade.
Oh yeah, of course. Okay, yeah.
Thank God she didn't do it on Halite.
I mean, my wisdom is
She
not...
saw who was dancing better, and she knew she wanted to
do you
get
say
them
wisdom
out of the way.
save? Yeah.
Wisdom saving throw, please.
Ah! Oh, no. 3.
3.
I'm not very
Yeah.
wisdomous, I told you!
This is part of a plan. This is part of the plan. You trade places with Alexis Tremanus, and suddenly you have swapped places.
Babe! Ha! Why?
Question mark?
Oh, okay.
You're now dancing with a diamond-faced individual who you see is looking at Alexis as though they might have come under the similar effect earlier on in this evening. When I described them switching places last episode.
Sneaky
Did I see
bitch.
like the quick, go into the ear and duck out?
You saw them speak to each other as they trade places, and Halbert definitely looked confused, but did try and trade places before you tripped him up. Yes.
Can I get Colleen to swap me with Halibut? Because I've got to concentrate, so I can't technically do the roll.
Okay. Colleen, you whisper and say that. Okay, and she dances with Halibut. Halibut is not particularly either way, but is just going to try and dance with their new partner, I guess. They've already got a new partner, but Colleen is on a mission.
The incredibly attractive elf that's there, yeah.
Oh, exactly. So this is Halibut.
Halibut just hears the vibe.
God,
He is. He's here to have fun. Like,
Just
he is
likes
here to have
dancing.
fun.
I love the dice sometimes. They do tell the story. You're trying to trade places with Halibut, right?
Yes.
Colleen pulls you into a spin with one hand. She lets you go and she pulls Halibut in the other. There isn't a quarter of a second between the time that you guys have swapped places, and Halibut is now dancing with a tabaxi woman. That's what a natural 1 versus a natural 19 would be.
Nice. And I'm just going to look at Diana, and I'm going to say it in the quietest possible.
What do you want?
I can't speak Elvish. There's no point in me speaking Elvish. Quietest possible voice that I can. Just go. do I need to trip into her?
Not yet.
You guys don't have your actions yet, I believe.
I know, but
that is where we're going to end your guys' actions. Dewey, you're the last one to act here. Lilac is dancing with you, and suddenly they are dancing right next to Alexis Tremanis. They are one away from each other. If they start the turn like this, there is a chance that something could happen.
Oh, poop. Am I in any way able to try and...
You could trade places with Lilac, and they would not potentially be right next to each other.
Is there any way that I could dance Lilac into the upper row?
I have a question.
At all?
That might...
Yes. Who are you trying to swap them with? But yes, Brie.
You said earlier that so someone is aware that a spell is cast on them.
Yes.
Are they aware of who is?
They
casting
don't know that the
spell?
Fire Genasi is Lilac. They just know that the Fire Genasi is the one who casts the spell.
So they know that Lela cast a spell. So would I if I did it, would they know that it was me, or
If
would
she
they
succeeds on her
know?
roll.
Would they know?
They
that
would
it was...
know that the individual dressed as a golden masked sun elf cast a spell on them. They wouldn't know that Diana of the Rapid Riders cast a spell.
No, but they wouldn't assume that again. If it's the same spell, it would be Lilac again.
Yeah, they wouldn't know because the spell specifically involves you distracting them. So you would have to. Yeah.
Okay.
It wouldn't be like it was a spell on me. Who was it? It was no. You have to cut that spell specifically. You cast it on them. You distract them. The same way if somebody commanded you, you would know that it was them who did it. The same way you know that Alexis did that, and it wasn't just a voice in the wind.
Farringham just wants to dance with his daughter.
Dewey. Farringham very much wants us to dance with his daughter. He's not doing a great job.
If I was him, I would just get out of the dance and just walk down and come back.
Get out, yeah. Oh, sneaky
Dewey,
bitch.
what would you like to do?
Okay. Yes, I would like to, if I can, to basically, as reluctant as I am, to swap Lilac to dance with the father of my Rush.
Mm-hmm. You're going to try and swap Lilac and
With
Farringham
Jared
across.
Farringham, yeah.
Cool. The HarleQuinn is going to try and stop this.
Boo!
Jared wants to go down. Jared wants this to happen. Lilac also wants this to happen. So everybody apart from the HarleQuinn wants this to happen. So I'm going to give him
Silvery
disadvantage.
Barbs. Can I do that? I can't do that.
You absolutely can from this distance.
Cool.
You sort of have to call it across the dance hall. What are you going to say to
Come and
distract
dance
him?
with me, darling. Come and dance with me.
Okay. I believe who still has the inspiration is Lilac, correct?
Lilac, yeah.
Cool. Lilac is going to try and make the big swap with Farringham. Farringham is going to actively try and swap as well. So I don't think there's really any check there because they both want to swap. It's about you contesting. Lilac is going to try and fight. Oh my god, maths. Who gets to roll against who and what? HarleQuinn rolls at disadvantage because of your silvery barbs. Who are you giving the advantage to?
It's still Lilac, isn't it?
Lilac. So they have advantage.
No, I'm giving advantage to Dewey, right? Because you're trying to do stuff.
Cool.
Yeah?
So Lilac plus the inspiration.
It's 3 people versus the HarleQuinn.
Lilac trips over their feet as they are panicking.
God damn it, Lilac.
Jared, in a moment of brilliance, seems to pick him up and begin to spin him. HarleQuinn is reaching in to intervene. They have 1 failure on 1 success. HarleQuinn is going to have disadvantage. You're going to try and beat the HarleQuinn. I'll tell you now, they have a +8 to their dancing. So you need to beat with a disadvantage.
Actually, it's not.
Me too.
You need to beat an 11 because they rolled terribly. If it wasn't for that disadvantage, they would have rolled a 25.
Don't forget you have your bardic inspiration.
How have I got that dice cocked?
Lilac
I don't
has
know.
it.
No, he doesn't. Lilac had it. He used it. He rolled a 1 because Lilac is panicking right now.
I can't give him advantage.
Thematically. You have to beat 11. What did you get?
21.
Yeah.
21. Lilac and Jared Farringham switch places, and the HarleQuinn, in a moment of reaching for it, stumbles themselves, not expecting Lelik to bump into them, so, and just suddenly realizes they are instead dancing with Lelik in this place. Not too long now, and continues the dance. We have maybe 18 seconds left of this dance, but in this time, Taxes is feverishly trying to figure out this information.
I have not got to do anything yet.
You danced with Diana right at the start. That was your.
Was that,
We danced. Do you
joint.
want to do anything else?
was that the beginning of this combat?
Yes, that was
Yeah.
this. That was this round.
yeah.
Might be. Carry on, sorry.
Yeah. Taxes.
This is
Speed, panic reading, go for it.
20.
20. Just about gets there. You get your choice of 2d20s.
Paper cut,
Uh,
D4 damage.
2
Ah!
and a 15.
2 and a 15.
We haven't had those yet. How exciting.
You have had 15.
Ah,
You see once again the information about the Blood Seal Scroll. You don't know what more information there is to get there. On a 2, you thumb past a page and you see Mages in Captured Arcovicula. This is what we came here for.
Yeah, that's the one I want. Mages.
Cool. You open the page and you see that it folds out. There is so much information here. You see that the mages that are imprisoned in the Empire, not just killed, are sent to a place called Arcovicula. It's only access. It was a old mine shaft. The location. Anybody who knew the original location has been killed, or is in the much higher ranks of people who would never reveal the information. Is only accessible by teleportation circle unless you know that specific thing.
oh shit.
There are defenses. You see some reference to what's called Neric locusts. You'll have to look that up later. You don't know what a Neric locust is. You'll have to go from there. I'll type that in the chat as well. You see a short list of names there. You do not see anybody that you recognize on the list of people that are currently in Arcovicula, but you do see a rough floor plan. You see how one would arrive from the teleportation circle and make their way around. You see where guards are placed. You have everything you need here, apart from somebody who can cast teleportation circle to get into there. And one last thing, as you flip around, you see the specific teleportation circle runes to enter Arcovicula, as well as a passphrase you must say to not immediately be magically bombarded by lots of different defenses. You have the VIP access to this arcane prison. Got it.
Where is it in
And-
Benin?
We are maybe going to take a break, but this is what you get on that. First, you still have your bonus action.
Did you see anything about Banasta?
You did not see anything about Banasta at the moment.
That would be a 10.
It looks, I will say, it definitely looks older here, but there's some names that are underlined here. It doesn't look like they have the full inventory of exactly everybody who's there at this exact moment, so much as this is where we hold so-and-so, this is where so-and-so, so-and-so, and of course so-and-so. In a almost passing reference of this is here. On a 10, let's do this round and then let's go for a break. On a 10, you can roll a d20 once. 9 is the Captain Nowless Feast we've had.
Blood seal.
15, yes. You see the blood seals growing up. Ah, fuck it. You just finally go back to it. You see a blood seal scroll. It is unopened. You read quickly. You see that it would need the bloodline of somebody related to Osnan Calvia. Osnan Calvia, the Emperor himself, to open this. You don't have anybody in your party, but you know that blood does not necessarily need to be willingly given for these things to open.
I mean, I am part human. You don't know who my dad is.
We know your dad is not human, though.
It's true. Weird ankle.
Was that?
You could choose to take this blood seal, but you think this one would be more missing. But there's something in her possession that's clearly not for her to open. Whether you would know that she did not seal this herself. This was given to her by the Emperor. You do not know who it's meant for, because it does not say, so much as just it appears that it's meant for any of his children. The details beyond that are not written down.
I'm gonna leave this one because again, it's blood seals, so it's
Cool. You hear what are clearly the finale notes of this jig. You have 3 more rounds to figure out as much as you can, but you got what you came here for. You have the archivicular jig, but as Lelik still archivicular information. But the benefactor that got you here, Lelik, still does not have what they want, and you have 3 more rounds to get it. We're going to come back as soon as possible to rejoin this tense moment, and we'll see you then.
Bye.
The time has come, we will stand together stronger than we've ever done. Like the sun, we will rise at dawn and never stop until we've won. The time has come, we will rise like the sun, I will never run. We will fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, we'll win the fight, the end's inside. All you see in us is barbarian. What we want is to be equalitarian. We will rock, we will never stop. Standing at the top of the hilltop, we will mock viciously, capriciously. We're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry. But we will not beat your door, you'll break. I said we're done. We have fire in our veins and we will break these chains. I said we're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years there's finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. I said we're done.
Masquerade, more dressed appropriately, Valkyrie showing off.
I mean, I
there.
am.
Fantastic. Glam, love it. I mean, genuinely amazing. Well done.
It's a pretty good mask.
Evers.
But in our game, Taxis has just learned the most important information to the party: where the missing mages are, how to get to them, nearly everything they need apart from somebody who can teleport from there.
Ugh.
But
Yes.
that is not where we rejoin our party. We instead rejoin them on the dance floor as Alexis Germanis creeps ever closer as the HarleQuinn tries to hold Lelik in place. I believe every single party member is in direct contact with Alexis at
Oh
this
my god,
point.
we are.
What would you like to do, guys? She is very clearly trying to dance towards Lelik and is
Everyone-
visibly frustrated.
All this time, we all draw a knife and just shank her. Like,
Not what I'm
Rome.
drinking.
I would,
For Rome.
I would like to.
For the watch.
I want Alexis.
You want Alexis to
I
dance
want
with you?
Alexis, yeah.
Okay. She's very clearly looking the other way, but you can definitely try and dance her over this way. Would you like
Yeah.
to try to do anything else apart from just dance her towards you?
I. Not yet.
No, cool. In that case, make a performance dex check. She's going to contest.
I would like to give her disadvantage on contesting.
Okay,
She-
that would be
She
your
already
action to
has
try and do that.
disadvantage. She already has disadvantage.
That's
for
very
trying.
true.
I would like to give Diana advantage.
Yeah, you can use the help action to try and spin Alexis towards
Yeah.
Diana. So Diana has advantage. Alexis has disadvantage on this roll.
I rolled the same number twice. What the fuck?
I hope that was a good number.
Really?
He did not, and both of them were bad.
Good. Mine was bad too, but it's a ridiculous number to add on to it. So, 19.
19. She does not succeed. So
I rolled an 8.
she tries to dance away. She does. You watch us once again hopping onto the back. I say you. Only Zeke sees as this furbolg child hops onto her dress,
Nice.
stops her in a moment, which gives Hal enough time to spin her back around as Diana takes her hand, necessarily having to swap places with Zeke in this moment. But Zeke, you still have your action, as you are spun to the other place. But Halite and Diana have succeeded in getting Alexis even further away.
I want to talk
I'm
to
going to
her.
say now the Harlequin is seeing what's happening. The Harlequin is looking desperately to try and figure out what they can do in this moment.
Hello, little man.
Harlequin looks like they're
Hi,
about
child.
to do something. I've lost a D20. You guys figure out what you want to do while I crawl under my desk.
Okay,
As I
bye.
Bye, I'll be right back.
Bye.
Shadow roads.
I'm
I
gonna
wanna talk
hold
to
my
her.
action to interfere with anything that she tries to do coming back towards the lake.
Okay. Cool. She is going to... Because she hasn't used her action to try and move yet, so she is frustrated. So she's not... You see her dancing is like... She rolled a natural 2. She is not dancing well. She is thoroughly distracted, and she's trying to pull her dress, which is suddenly very heavy.
Can I talk
Yeah,
to
it
her?
Yeah, it is.
Can I get her attention? She's not looking at her partner.
She's
at
not
any
looking
point.
currently directly towards you. She's looking way towards Lelek. You can try and get her attention, definitely.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Even if it's just to whisper in her ear like she did to me. Bitch.
Yeah, very easy to twirl into his dance.
She's a dwarf, yeah.
Well, she looks like a dwarf, but she's
Yeah.
roughly human height. Yeah.
Ah, yeah, but she's a dwarf. I don't know who she is.
Yeah.
Can't
You do
that.
know. You do. Yeah, we've established that you know that she's Alexis. But yes.
I'm trying to wink, but I got my mask on and I can't
Cool.
wink. I'll say, Miss Dwarf, you are full of surprises.
And to have more surprises yet, but hopefully not too many. After all, this evening is already going, and she's spinning around quite spectacularly.
It is. I hope you're having fun.
I am enjoying the show. And she twirls off of you, and she dances. She sees the child, and assumes child, weak mind in general. She moves towards you.
Not wrong.
She dips low and puts her hand to the side and says, "Trade." She's
Thank
going to
God.
try and swap places with Zeke.
Thank God I made Halite look like he's got something all his mind together.
Anything
Wisdom saving throw?
Yeah, wisdom saving throw from you. You still have your action to try and do something after this potentially. Or in this moment, you have held it to do something.
Yeah, it's a 4, so
You feel compelled, yes, the best thing to do right now for the party, for in general, is to make sure I trade places with her, take away from
I'm
Diana.
gonna get the child to jump further up her dress to pull her way back.
Okay.
But as she moves, probably snag it.
Doesn't that go against the...
Yeah.
What?
That
trade.
I know, but I'm gonna assume, because we've established that my warlock necklace has a mind of its own, or several, for that matter, that the child would know what kind of mischief we're trying to get up to at the moment. They're all watching constantly, so I'm gonna leave it. I'll leave it to the DM to see whether the DM rules that.
I'm going to say
The
you
child
watch as
would
the
help.
child looks up into a space that you cannot quite see, clearly past the masquerade, reaches out a hand, and you watch as this guy's head snaps back as you know she has grabbed a ponytail of some kind and is yanking it. She is trying to trade places with you. She still needs to succeed. She doesn't get to just succeed. She still has to beat your dance in this moment. So please make a... This is sort of like a last-ditch fuck as your...
Performance?
Yeah.
Regular
Performance
or
with dex.
disadvantage?
With Dex, I'm going to give you disadvantage because you want to trade places with her. She still has disadvantage because this ghost is pulling her hair. So you both have disadvantage in this moment.
It's 12.
12. The dice tell the story.
Is that a yes or a no?
She
I
dances
can't-
towards you. You're like, yes, I'm going to trade places with her. And you watch as her head snaps fucking back and she reels backwards back into a place where she is currently standing. As she desperately looks around for what just grabbed her head and pulled. Like, it's visible to everyone that something is up at this point. As everybody's like watching, everybody's watching this like dance with interest. It's like, oh wow, we're trading places so quickly and so rapidly. But everybody just saw her head like snap backwards.
Everything
that was
okay?
not normal. That was not normal. Something is not okay. But you stay in place, and your head stops swimming, and you realize you are back in this moment.
Can I be like,
but
what did you just do? Why did you do that?
I didn't.
I'm just gonna look. She just taught like proper innocent kid. She just did something. She talked to me, and my head felt funny.
Don't worry, it's just a drink, boy.
Okay. Dewey, all of this is happening.
I'm literally trying to get a kick out.
I know.
Damn you, Hal.
It's becoming increasingly clear like something unusual is happening in this jig. But this is the third round of... third to last round, I should say. People are beginning to realize not everything is as it seems here. Dewey, you still have a choice. Jared is going to try and trade with... They look like they're gunning for... actually, in this moment, with all of this having transpired, they look like they're gunning for the child to try and move them away.
The child they hate.
The child they hate.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what you mean. I've done this child is innocent. Never done anything.
So they look like they're trying to either... they don't want to be in place. They want to swap places. They want to... they want to trade down, essentially, to vertically down. Are you going to try and do anything to just give disadvantage? Anything more fun?
I'll put it flies the window.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Oh dear. You'll never know, Sam. You'll never know my answer.
Not too long. Not too long this time.
Yeah, that's good.
It's getting better.
Short wrists.
I will. Yeah, I'll try and keep dancing with him.
Okay. This is just going
Let's
to
see
be...
why not. If I
them.
fail, I don't think it's too bad. If
no advantage or disadvantage either way. They're just going to try and dance out
a
of the
6,
grass.
I need. Is that? That's good. It's 20. Soft 20.
Nice.
20. You succeed. They go towards this child, and you grab them at the waist, spin them around. They are dancing around with you again. They look towards you, which you know that they have heard rumor of what has happened. They pull back towards you. So we should talk. Tell me, who enjoyed the gardens this evening?
Yes, I love the pool.
I believe
They've
there's
got
only
they've got a wonderful pond.
Yes. And that is all. Boy.
Oh yes, I love a stroll in the garden. Lovely view. Not good things to see. And do.
But that eyebrow seemed to raise an ire at that.
do.
Good things
Absolutely
to see
amazing.
as we like spin round and then come back. And it's like, and do.
I play a Reluctant stance.
Amazing.
Darius has no idea what the fuck he's talking about.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I have no idea what he's been. So
That's why
yeah,
it's even better.
he still says that just innocently, like. Actually, no. I suppose he does have that concept that he's been talking to his daughter. He knows
know.
who Jared is. So
Doesn't know
Yeah.
about the rumors though.
doesn't know about the rumors. So he thinks he's just being clever because Jared Farringham can't possibly know who he is. But he's like, but I know.
I know you don't know, but like, I don't know who you are. I just know that you have supposedly made out with my daughter.
Yeah, he doesn't know that. Oh.
That's the extent of what they know.
But yeah,
And it's
so that's my turn.
Cool.
Hey, he's
Only
not swapping
other-
places if he's trying to throttle me.
Only other people to try and act this turn. The HarleQuinn spins Lilac around, and as they lean him around, you see a hand go to the ear.
Uh-oh.
Um,
Power
think
word
so.
kill.
I don't think so. No. As you see Lilac spin right back to where they were, and the HarleQuinn, oh, no fun. As clearly they are getting frustrated as well, and are trying to use magic to influence the situation. But the last person to act is a certain Colleen Farringham, as she tries to spin Tremanis to join her even further away from Lilac, but does not succeed in this instance. Spins her around, but Tremanis almost uses the momentum of knowing where her dress is being stood on now, and spins around it. You think she's getting slightly wise to this, and it will no longer impose disadvantage. She is aware that something is happening, and she knows how to work around it now. This is not somebody who has not been trifled with magic, if that makes sense. She knows when magic is being used. She is now aware that magic is being used. This is no longer going to impose a disadvantage on her. You're using Unseen Servant to give a disadvantage.
There's no magic being used.
What are you talking about?
But
What you
this
talking
round,
about?
this round ends with her nearly as far as Lilac as she can possibly be, and we rejoin Taxes. I wish I had like music switching between like da 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 da. I mean,
The dance is fast paced, but for some reason it's the really hyper music is Taxes looking at a book. Like,
Yeah. Trying to put out of your mind what you've just learned, that you've got it, and memorizing it as much as possible. You know that you can always draw back on this later, even if it takes your key. You can draw back on this later. You're trying to figure out the other thing you came here for. It occurs to you at this moment that Lilac is a powerful mage. It might be worth having him on side if you need a teleportation circle. A 12, though, you're too distracted. You still manage to get what you need from this. 3 you have already rolled as you like briefly thumb past the 3 again. Briefly thumb past the 8.
Not yet.
You have 3.
Oh,
You're like rapidly going back and forth as fast as you can. Reports of rebel groups. You quickly found 8 was the tax reports. 18, you just quickly look. You find yourself on a page you haven't read and begin taking information quickly, looking for anything. You see what you would describe as a treatise on the history of the Tower of the Winding Paths, as much as the Empire understands it. You see a long history of a school for magic users, intended to encourage and accentuate their talents, whilst at the same time making sure that they had a good sense of morality and how to use that talent. The Empire's focus seems to be on the later years before their destruction, when there was a large movement either within the group or that was introduced to the group from external sources to take power away from the monarchy of Chaldea and put it into the hands of a new magocracy being a place run by mages, very much like Heed, that was intent on destroying the Calvian line. They then enacted the Night of Fractures Heaven. There is very little detail. They do not know who did what and when and why, but they know the tower was somehow involved, or some of the individuals of the tower were involved. They did not succeed in killing everyone. Osnan survived. That history is very well known. That's nothing new to your knowledge there. Not so long later, after their coronation, they enacted vengeance upon the tower, which led to the massacre and the ruins that are there today. And the mages they did not get are considered scattered to the wind, captured, or dead. That is what you get on an 18. There might be more that you can glean later, having read that information. You know that, like, obviously, when I do investigation checks or history checks, currently you're drawing on the forbidden knowledge that you got in that library. This is forbidden knowledge plus. This is the direct musings and writings of the second most important person of the empire, who is not the emperor themselves. Anything relating to this, you're going to have a lot of extra information to garner here. But you distract yourself away on a 27. You know, again, you now have 2 rolls and can pick which one you want. 10 and a 16. Both of these are new to you. On a 10, from past, you see a reference to, I'm not sure how much information you got. No, you shared information. You see that there is something here to do with House Tyree. You know that Halibut Tyree is one of the attendees here this evening. There's something, almost a request from them. On a 16, you see something directly relating to Etristani, one of the northern kingdoms of the nation. It's not a request so much as a detailed, almost looks like theological discussion. House Tyree or Etristani?
I don't know what you're giggling at.
Just giggling at Phil's face, to be honest.
Because everyone's giggling. So.
Tristani?
Yes!
You stop on the page, read it. There's a lot of theological notes here about how certain figures in the history of Tristani could in some way be related to earlier incarnations of Osnan. There are different ways that the Osnic faith could be channeled into what is currently happening in Tristani. You see blueprints of how a alliance of some nature could happen between the Colovian Empire and the northern nation of Etristani. It doesn't look like this is finalized, it doesn't look like this is going to happen, but certainly there's information from both sides and input from both sides. It's not they are going to turncoat, but they have talked about it.
Bloody Etristan.
That is what you get on your bonus action.
Poor, aren't they?
You are leafing through it now. You have gone through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You're just over halfway through this information. You know that you have maybe 4 more things you could glean from this, unless your party can buy you more time, in which case maybe you can get 6 more things from this. If the sort of final bow, the etiquette of that is held to. But you do not pause to think as you begin spinning through the pages again, reaching for different envelopes, trying to figure out what the fuck you can. I'm going to give you... I'm going to throw you a bone here. You have looked at and rejected the report from your brander twice at this point. You know where it is. You can choose to fully cross it off the list and never have to bring it up again. If you wish.
Please read this.
If you wish to.
I will read it eventually if it
Well,
comes
that's the
up.
thing. You don't know if you're going to have time, but you know how to avoid it.
No, I
So
don't
you-
want to avoid it.
Okay,
comes
you don't want
again,
to take it out of a pool, shorten your pool.
No.
No, cool. Right. Back to the dance.
Dance. Dance.
Okay. We are in an interesting position where Alexis is quite far away, but also there has been calling out of. She whispered to me something in my head felt funny. She is going to look towards you, be the first to act off of the back of this. And she is, rather than cast a command, going to give a full suggestion. Say, maybe you should go and get some air. It seems like you're confused.
Who's that to, sorry?
That is to Zeke. Could you please make me, I believe, a wisdom saving throw? She casts suggestion.
Oh, we're locked inside.
Boy.
It's an 18.
You fail.
No!
This is the Hierophant Imperium.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
I
You
physically can't
steal
see
your
it.
mind. You know something is coming, but then you're like, oh god, I just need some air. It's so stuffy in here. This is probably a good thing I get out of here before things kick off. Your impulse is to get out of here, go and get some air. As Lexi says, the young boy is clearly confused. Please, guards, do let him get some air. I know we are on lockdown. Do take care of yourself, young boy.
Go.
She's going to make a persuasion check to the guards in general.
Can I try and do something?
Let me know what you're trying to do. But right now, your mind is like, yeah, best thing for me right now is like go out and get some air. That's what I need to do.
That's fine. The only way I know back out is the way that Jared Farrinham took me, which is directly past him.
Mm-hmm.
Am I able to bump into him enough so he can see the complete change in my demeanor, in how I've gone from this uppity brat to being, yeah, that's what I'll do. See, he hates my guts.
He's going to make an insight check. On a fail, he's going to escort you out because he does not realize that something's happened.
Mm-hmm.
On a success, he's going to realize something more nefarious is going on here and potentially, for the first time in a long time, have sympathy.
Oh my god.
Yes, he hates you, but magic against a child? What the fuck?
Hey, it's a sin in the Empire.
Magic.
Yeah.
Magic.
Escort the young boy out into the garden. I think we should have a long talk about decorum and etiquette. And Jared Farringham leaves with you as you make your way. I'm going to move you as your characters.
Oh shit.
And begin
Sorry, guys, I
moving.
tried.
No, it's good. It's good. That's cool. That's cool. Right.
And the whole line gets noticeably shorter. Anybody wish to do anything? I'm going to give you 5 seconds before somebody else acts.
Yes,
Go.
please.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Am I able
Keep hold.
to go here
Mm-hmm.
and whisk this lady into the dance?
Make a dance check to join somebody who's very much confused, but not against the idea. He's this close.
Shit.
She's clearly been looking for somebody to...
Oh shit! Come on, Dewey, come on! Oh!
Come on, be the handsome bastard we know you are.
16.
16. You grab her and move her in. Where would you like her to be?
Below me. Well,
Hey!
it's up to you. Well, no, it's up to you because obviously you set them up as like couples were like column wise. Ideally, like whisk into a dance with Halite. If that's possible, just like basically she's just strolling past, being like, "This is good, but it's good. This is quite interesting." And then just like hook the arm and be like, my strapping friend doesn't have a dance partner, and just kind of whisk her around.
Oh, you're trying to do the whole town becomes dancing because everyone starts hooking each other and pulling each other into it. Cool.
So if that's possible, I'll do that. If not, opposite me is still good.
Yeah. No, you see a red-masked, very pale elf-looking disguised individual. It completely clashes. It doesn't work at all. But she spins into there. The next thing that happens is this purple-masked individual says, well, now the numbers are uneven, are they not? And he tries to dance to a place across you. He has to slide as he goes.
Who is it?
And
Uh-oh.
sometimes I like the dice, and sometimes I
No.
fucking hate them. He stumbles and he pushes you as he pushes you over there. Clearly not what he meant to do. You see the mask begins to slip for a second as he forces it back on.
What do I see?
You don't see anything because the disguise still holds. But clearly not as live on his feet as they thought they were. But this one is having a wonderful time. And she said, "Oh, lovely!" And she turns to. I'm just gonna make her turn because. Oh my god! Just help me out here, please. Roll 20.
Huh?
Oh, wow, she's gigantic.
She casts it
She-
large on
She has the
herself.
same power as me. It's a match made in heaven.
The thing to
What
turn
did
her
you
is hidden
do?
behind the thing to give her a status effect. So she's looking upwards. That's just happening now. Unless I can find somebody else who looks exactly like her who is not turned that way. Thank you, Roll20. There we go. Let's replace you with you just to make this look normal. And she is now in the dance, and that is your action. You have reintroduced somebody to the dance, but somebody has in turn taken the other empty place. Anybody else?
I would like to keep Alexis here.
Okay, you are dancing versus her. She's no longer at disadvantage, but she has no other bonuses apart from that. Yeah, this is just a contested dance roll. She's not great. She's got a 17. I mean, it's good, but it's not fantastic.
I can tell you now. It's. Oh, yeah. This is the lowest I could probably roll. So, I have to do maths. 13.
13. You try and hold her in place, but she's already spinning away. She is gunning for the new addition to the dance crew. As she spins up, she's trying to take their place. They are very much just head over heels, just been moved. They don't know what's happening. So they are going to.
Damn it.
They're not going to try and resist too much. Yeah, as you watch, Alexis uses her action to switch places here.
Yikes.
But that is her turn.
I'm going to try and swap her right back.
Yeah, go for it. She's going to try and resist that, obviously.
I'll try and swap her with Diana.
Cool.
That's a natural 20 for 25.
That'll do it.
I'll just spin her around and she just spit like blades back to where she was.
She's already in motion. She has got in a triangle point here. She is dancing this place, and she's right back with this brand new hiya.
Hi!
And
And as she comes in, I'll be like, "Oh, we are not done with dancing. We were not done."
very visibly frustrated now. The HarleQuinn is going to try and get Leluc closer towards, and they're going to try and take Dewey's place. Dewey, can you please make me a dance check? The HarleQuinn is going to try and take your place.
Roll for dance.
18.
Yeah. The HarleQuinn, before you even know what's happened, the HarleQuinn is taking your hand. And, there's a pull, and as you try and keep your step, just try and keep upright, they are already in the place where you were once standing.
Can
The
I
HarleQuinn is there.
get by reaction? No, it's too late, isn't it?
No,
No, he's coming this way. It's coming this way. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's
Yeah,
fine. It's fine.
it's a
It's
block.
fine.
It's
It's fine.
There's
It's fine.
a dance inferno in the middle of the floor, so it's.
Go Inferno.
I'm going to say that's everything for now.
Oh, me and Halite are dancing again. No, that's
You and
good.
Hella are dancing again. Power X couple in the middle.
That's good.
Making a firm block between Leluc and Alexis.
Just keep dancing.
As we shift. Briefly, the camera passes Jared Farringham leading Zeke out into the garden. As we pass back to the room of Alexis Tremanis, let's have some more speed reading. This is D&D. Woo!
Yay, nerds!
Dungeons and Dragons, you can do anything your
Even-
imagination can come up with. I'd like to read a book, please.
Dancing and
quickly.
reading. This is terrible. This is terrible. I hate it.
Fight dragons or just read super fast. Cool.
That's a 17 to read super fast.
17. You're gonna get what you're given on the roll 20 on this one. Oh no, 15. The first check, the action, you
Yes,
get to
15.
choose.
Yeah.
So bonus action that the DC is 20.
So that's 5 and a 13.
5 and a 13.
New
Give me one moment. The
information.
computer is deciding to mess with me. There we are, and it's fixed. 5 and a 13. Both of these you have not read before. And both of them you scan the name Rents. There's only one difference in this immediate scanning of them. You see one of them, you see Rent's book Curse, and the other, you see Rent's family history.
Book curse.
Curse is what you choose.
You chose wisely.
You chose wisely. You know that whatever Leluc wasn't sure, but they knew it was something to do with the book they carry. You begin to read, and having read both the history of the towers and things about the Winding Pass, pretty much everything else about the Winding Pass, a lot of this begins to make immediate sense. As you, within the space of a few seconds, power read your way through this. Leluc Rents, early inductee, inducted because of family ties into the Order of the Winding Paths. Entrance exam failed. Reason, cheating. Punishment,
Hilarious.
book curse. Intervened by Thalia Airsis. Thalia Airsis alters curse, no longer governed by Tulrora, goddess of knowledge, instead governed by Tatuna, goddess of magic, her own personal god. Believe this would be more appropriate. And then you see, on top of that, many scrawlings and notes that have gone, like, clearly a lot of work has gone into this. You see, intervenement point of Thalia here. Substitute power of Tatuna for power of Osnan. Osnan now controls power over Leluc. Reversal here, reversal easily done by these things. As long as held, book curse is from Osnan. As long as non-reversed, Rents is ours. It's not like you can save him magic words and he's fixed. You would need to know the magic words, and probably the best person who knew those magic words are either Alexis herself, Osnan Calvia, or Thalia Airsis.
But at least we know why he's following the rules.
But at least, he has no choice. Whatever, he was bound to a book curse because he cheated during his entrance exam.
A hell of a punishment.
And this is why cheaters
Nice.
never prosper, okay?
He was not allowed to become a wizard. Instead, he was made a warlock of some kind, but bound him to this book. As soon as he'd learned his lesson, he was allowed to leave. Except Thalia Ursus said, no. Instead of being
Mama!
bound to Tolrora, the goddess of knowledge and learning, instead you'll be bound to my goddess, Tatuna, because I think that would give you a better lesson. And it looks like her manipulation and intervention in the curse has allowed other people to intervene and manipulate on this curse as well. Except they are not controlling just his magic. they are controlling his staying alive. He does not, like, when he mentioned, if they want to snap their fingers and I'm dead, I am. You can see how easily they can do that now. And you understand why Lelik might not be such a big fan of that situation and why they might be looking for any way out of that situation.
Shit.
But you at least now understand. Clearly they did not know a lot of this. They probably have no knowledge that Thalia Ursus intervened. They have no idea that they were meant to be bound to Tavrora, but instead bound to Tuna. They have no idea. This is exactly what they need. You have that information. Give or take the exact intricacies of how they might break that curse.
Okay.
I don't think he needs to know that.
A 10, as you are processing this information, you sort of get what you're given in terms of what you see next. It's like, I've got it. I've got everything I need. I've got everything I need. On an 18, you've had that going up. 11. You see a flash. You only get what you're given on this one. You see a flash of a circle with 2 slashes cutting to the right. You see the symbol of Osnemesis and a report on all of the individuals of Osnemesis. Let me bring up something here to make sure I don't mess any of this up.
Ah! What are you doing?
Okay.
I think Dora's excited.
You see Senna, proclaimed the Holy Order of Osnan's Mercy, serving in Benalicia. Banasta, sent unto the Archivicula, further questioning, conscript rents, decoding until such time as the mage can be disposed of. Just in quotation marks, split lick, seems to be traveling with those who call themselves the Rapid Riders. Engineer Fronwell, incredibly dangerous, incredibly useful. Do not kill, capture. Zebi, ringleader, dead, body held in the cathedral in Benalicia. Actually, no, you would see body in unmarked grave, scratched out, moved to Benalicia for safer keeping. Yesley, drummer, warrior, held in the private quarters of Marinee Etebi, brackets for her own amusement, close brackets.
Fucking bitch.
We're gonna fuck her up.
There's a very brief bit at the end. Many of the indent soldiers seem to have been spared, which allowed us to more easily capture these individuals, as they would not kill indents aiming only for the practiced legionnaires. Reeve Tevi was able to apprehend them majorly for this reason. Zebi was slain on sight. Zebi was unable to be knocked unconscious, so held and captured. At this point, seeing the tide sway, Senna submitted herself to Osmond's mercy. Query. Ensure she is loyal. Barnasta surrendered following Splitlick not found. There are various queries on there about the Rapid Riders, where they are, where Splitlick is, and a lot about it is important to the Reeve that this threat is dealt with. And with your passive insight, I would say just from the writing of this and the sort of the tone of the way that she has chosen her words, this seems political. The fact that Osnemesis were dealt with by her meant that she struck a blow against any kind of rebellion and she held control. If anything were to fracture that truth, the fact that you guys have fractured that truth on multiple occasions have all been massive political blows to Atebi's power and recognition. If something were to happen to have Osnemesis back anywhere near to their former selves, that would be devastating and something she could not sit idly by. You have just found the perfect answer to how can I trap Marinea Atebi? How can I send her in a rage and send her running? Anything regarding they come back. And I would say with your passive investigation as well, you remember the scroll of Raised Dead in your bag. That's a hell of a way to make a statement that Osnemesis will be back. But also very useful to you as well. Your mind is racing back and forth as you hear must be the closing number of this jig. As you force yourself to move away from these thoughts and back on, we have one round left before the end of the song. You guys have everything you came here for, but there's potentially still more here to learn. Taxes, it's up to you if you decide to keep investigating or decide to try and make a break back towards the party, knowing that you have everything you need. But back on the dance floor.
Cut that off.
I would.
We're gonna keep
I
dancing.
feel like I would like to try and swap places with the jester.
Okay. Just by dancing?
Interesting.
Yes. Bring,
Yeah.
it's, well, I think it's the best thing that I can do at this point. I think it's to try and
definitely
get
right.
that one.
Can I give you bardic inspiration? I'm not going first. It's fine.
If you
I'll
want,
allow it.
I'm more than happy with that.
Cool. So add a d8. The HarleQuinn is going to roll. They do not want this to happen. They want something else to happen, so they're going to roll against this.
I'm gonna do it anyway, or shall I keep that? That is.
You can roll it anyway, and if you don't succeed, you just keep it for the next
No,
time.
I am. That's good.
I'm not going to tell you what they rolled. I want you to tell me what you rolled, and I'm going to describe.
No, I'm gonna. Might be damned by this. I don't know. I'm gonna go with it because it's a good roll. So it is 22.
Oh god.
You dance towards them, taking your steps as quickly as you can. You realize in a moment that they are having to pay attention to you. They look like they are looking away, but suddenly they have to pay attention to not be thrown out of this jig. They dance around you quickly. You look like you've got your solid ground, and then one leg comes slipping underneath you as you have to stumble quickly. They grab you, spin you, and you're back where you started. They rolled a 24.
Yeah, but he's got like a +8.
I did.
This is why I give inspiration for fuck's sakes.
It was close.
I still have an inspiration, so.
You would have anyway.
You would have.
You would have. No, he didn't. You would have had it anyway. You would have still kept it.
Yeah, but I thought I was gonna pass. So.
Yeah, but
if you'd rolled it anyway, she's a bard of eloquence. If you fail, you still get to keep it.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. I thought I'd passed, and if I added to that, it would.
He's got like a +8.
Okay.
Yeah. Still add. Always plus.
Okay.
Always plus.
Oh, Philip.
Instead, the HarleQuinn throws you around. Instead, they try and throw this purple masked individual into you and bring Lelik towards them. Lelik does not want that. The purple masked individual does not mind particularly. So they are going to... it's going to be Lelik versus the HarleQuinn for this.
It's fine. Alexa still has to get past the power couple.
The Harlequin spins around and gets Leluc into the place of the purple masked individual, inching closer towards Alexis, who is trying to get ever closer to Leluc. Anything else? You know, this is probably the last round, unless you wish to sort of engage in sort of etiquette bow the last time. It's not like a traditionally done part of a dance, but something that can be implemented.
I love it. Yes. Okay.
I'm going to give it 10 seconds, and then Alexis is going to try and do something.
Oh, we're gonna dance. We're just gonna dance like ridiculously well in the middle.
Just form this barrier. Go for
Yeah,
it. Make
no
it
one
dance.
is-
You have a
no one-
+4 on top of everything else.
No one needs to disturb it.
Go
I
for
rolled
it.
real badly. It's 15.
15,
Oh,
I rolled so bad.
22.
22. 15 and a 22. Alexis sees you dancing, has this individual in front of them. Is going to just try and dance their way through. They don't have any disadvantage. They're not going to use magic. They're just
Not
going to try.
yet.
They're just going to try and dance into Hallard's position. And that is the attempt that they make. So you rolled a 15 to form this barrier.
Yeah.
You watch as they are beginning to expertly move. They clearly have the better moves, and they're going to switch with Halite.
Shit.
As soon as I see this happen, Halite's eyes kind of bulge and like go, and his pupils go really tight as I'm gonna action surge to try and deny this.
Oh fuck yes!
I'm glad I was
I'm
about
a
to
fighter. What can I do?
I was about to fucking cast the spell.
Make
Just
Guiding bolt.
lamp just
make
whack.
another dance check.
17, 22. Do I get to add the +4?
Do
Oh, I didn't
So-
add a +4. Ah, boo. I knew there was something.
27.
they rolled a 22. So you just like panting and dancing. Just see them coming, just draw on your adrenaline, and as they dance forward expertly, you just take one firm stance and swing them back around. It's not elegant, but they're right back where they
Dirty
started. They
dancing.
have to stumble to hold themselves. Colleen is super happy where they are.
As soon as I do that to Alexis, I go, sorry, the sun elf is mine.
She's glaring towards the two of you now, but she cannot interrupt this.
Lol.
Zeke, you are being dragged, and I mean dragged, along this corridor towards the pathway. Do you wish to intervene in any way?
Can he?
No,
tell me.
it's fine.
No? Okay.
I'm gonna wait
Okay.
right until we're in the furthest possible place away from any guards, please.
Shit.
Cool. Well, at the end of dragging and sort of moving and dashing, you guys are here. As Jared sort of throws against the walls. Young man, do you realize that you are saying something incredibly damning about an incredibly important young woman who does not need your scandal?
Oh, old man, are you implying that you know who that is? All pretense dropped, just going right in his face, just...
Of course I know who that is. I would not be here with you if I did not know who that was. That
Then
is
how about you go back inside and go carry their favour that way, instead of trying to play Billy Big Bollocks out here?
He glares towards you. He looks left and right.
I'm just gonna look at him and just go, what are you gonna do? Hit a child? Try it.
You think I have not hit a child. And that is where we will leave this scene. As we go back towards the tremendous room. I should say, we should open it up, make sure people are aware, safety tools and X cards. There might be perceived violence towards what somebody perceives as a child potentially happening here. Obviously, if that
It's
is not
it's
people are
just a
happy
dickhead
with, we will
Zeke,
just
innit?
say it doesn't happen. We can just
Yeah,
say
just
it
me
fully
being an
up on
asshole.
screen. Yes.
Just
He does
dickhead
not
Zeke.
know that you... He knows that you are
An
trying
asshole.
to be perceived as a child. Yes, exactly, an asshole child who is threatening his daughter. If anybody who's figured out who his daughter is, you are threatening to completely throw her under the bus of polite society, and that's enough to get him fired. Even if he doesn't like his daughter, he doesn't want his daughter bringing shame to the family, and that is what you are doing loudly and publicly. But we're not there right now. We're in the tremendous room. You know you have maybe this one last chance to gain more information. You've got what you came here for, but there's a treasure trove here. You have maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things left that you could learn here. You know that one of them is about your brother, and one of them is about indent rings. The other 5, you do know one of them, actually. You do know about something about House Tyree. And you do know one of them as well is about the family of House Rents, about Leluc Rents. But that's all you know.
I'm gonna do
You know 4 of the 3.
one last investigation,
Go
and
for
then
it.
use my bonus action to do movement and stuff like that.
Nice. Cool. One last investigation. Roll it.
So 19.
Yep, for an action investigation, you get to choose your pick of 2.
So 4 and a 6.
You've got both of them already. Roll them again.
13 and a 10.
13 and 10 both stick. You have House Tyree again, and House Rents. It's your choice. What would you wish to know more about? House Tyree or House Rents?
House rents. Finish
House.
up that information.
Okay. You look at what looks like initially a family tree. You trace it down. You know what you're looking for. You see Leluc Rents. You look at them as the last scion of House Rents as it dies. And then you see a smudge as a symbol that you don't recognize. Maybe this. I guess this would be either a religion or a history check quickly.
History.
History is gonna. Yeah, 18.
I love the word scion.
You have only seen this symbol in family trees very, very rarely. You see the blacked out name of Leluc Rents, and you see a dotted line interspersed with what almost looks like an asterisk in the middle, but you know to mean resurrection, as Leluc Rents is restored to the family line. They are the last surviving member of a line, and they weren't for a while. For a while, House Rents was completely and utterly destroyed. That is what you learn. They are the last member there. The other things you learn, throughout House Rents' history, they have been magic users. They have been wizards. They have been closely associated with that, but they have also been the court wizards, the highest point of magical importance in the Calvian dynasty. It has always been a Rents serving under a Calvia. So the fact that Leluc was killed here means clearly something sour went between them, because all of his family are dead apart from him. And at some point, every Rents served the crown, but now he serves the crown just because he has no other choice. But his family always used to. What was that, sorry?
In chains.
In chains. Whether that was done willingly or not is not recorded in their family history. Just that you look like you see Arturus Rents, court magician. You look up a couple of lines. Alphonse Rents, court magician. Up and up and up. That is how they served for hundreds of years. As much as the royal line passed from son to daughter and onwards, so did the position of court magician Rents. And he did not get an opportunity before he cheated on an exam, was killed, and then resurrected.
With that, then I want to put the book back with how I found it, so everything on the desk looks the same, to make
Yep.
sure it looks like nothing's been tampered with.
Full on hot fuzz smash cut of slams, slam, slam, shut, and then out the window.
Yeah, literally hop out the window, and I'll get me to here.
Cool.
Fucking leave.
You get there,
Go.
and you hear muffled voices coming from within the garden. Somebody's in the garden. It's not empty anymore.
So all I can do as my action
Cool.
movement. Yeah.
Okay. Are people in the dance hall trying to extend this with etiquette? Dun, 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 dun. And that is the end of the jig, and people are clapping on the sides. Some people are immediately looking to move. Some people are looking to bow. Nobody's sure, what we're going to do at the end of this jig. Who's trying to make it a bow?
Yeah, I'll try and make it a bow. Yeah.
What
Cool.
a lovely dance.
This is just a performance charisma. This is just your etiquette and...
Oh, lovely.
11.
11 for you.
My performance.
Yep. So performance or persuasion, I'll let you choose. Performance
Persuasion?
or persuasion.
Persuasion?
Same.
Well, I can't do that maths. 25.
Yeah, there's no dex. This is
25.
straight up just.
This is charisma plus your performance or persuasion. This is not about being quick on your feet. This is about knowing the mannerisms and following them.
Proper? Yeah, 25.
25. Definite success. I think being adjacent to you, this new woman is also going to try. She fails to do this and does not coax people into the last round of etiquette. Colleen also fails. Halibut Tyree also fails. Alexis does not want to.
The only ones managing to do the court etiquette are the ones that aren't nobles.
Nobles, yeah.
ScarLeQuinn knows that they do not want to.
They don't want to.
Alec kind of doesn't want to. They just want to get away.
You must, darling, you must.
So you sort of go for the bow, but there's like a moment of like, oh, okay, we're not doing this time, and it dissolves around you as you try and keep it together, but it unfortunately does not. As people begin to take back to their seats, Colleen, not sure what's happening, begins moving away. Halibut Tyree moves away. This purple masked individual moves away. The Harlequin stays exactly where they are as Alexis begins walking towards Lelik. It's literally, here's what's going to happen. Alexis is just moving towards Lelik. Lelik is trying to move away. You have a choice. You can either try and stop what the Harlequin is going to try and do to keep Lelik here, or you can impede the movement of Alexis. There are 3 of you on the dance floor here.
Can we keep dancing?
I'd like to shake the.
No,
I'd like to
music's
shake
stopped.
the jester by the hand for such a fantastic performance.
And I am
Okay.
so enamored by this tall sun elf. Babe, I would like to keep dancing.
Okay. I'm going to say...
all over the place, do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Make me another dance check. Dex plus performance. With the Harlequin is going to be distracted by you if you succeed. So make me a... This is either deception or a persuasion check to get them to pay attention to you and not to Lelik. I'm going to set the DC.
Dewey?
Yeah, this is Dewey.
Yeah.
And Halai, what are you trying to do?
I'm gonna ready an action to if all this fails.
Fair enough. Okay.
Oh no, I'm dancing with Halite, right? So.
Yeah, but I'm not like, I'm gonna still be. I'm gonna be dancing, but not as like intensely like trying to get in the way as much as you.
You're being danced.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That's
Okay.
a better way to say it.
Oh,
Cool.
do I get a +4 for dancing with Halite?
I'm going to say +2 because Highlight is not actively
There's no
dancing with you.
music.
It's still something. I'm still reading you.
I needed it, so
It's a bit
30.
weird, dancing without music.
We always dance without music, babe.
It's true.
30.
It's different type of music.
13.
30. 3-0.
3-0. Okay, so you didn't.
Oh, Jesus!
Told you I needed it.
Dewey, you're trying to distract for HarleQuinn? Deception or
7.
persuasion?
Yeah, persuasion 17. No. I've got an inspiration still.
Yes, you do, and it's important.
Fuck.
3.25 hours into the game.
24.
24. You
Nice.
step forward, you clap him by the hand. HarleQuinn's attention is on you, and only you. What do you say?
That was amazing. I haven't danced like that in years.
The eyes keep shifting, but they cannot come away from you. Wasn't it? It was wonderful.
Points that
Great.
I didn't know where I was gonna go next.
I was meant to be, and they look around as Lelik is already going.
Nice.
Diana, you have danced a circle around Alexis who cannot get past you. And Halite,
Damn it.
Halite, you still have your action if you'd like to, as Lelik is making their way to the guard and saying something in their ear. As Alexis is trying to get around you, but just like shimmying, shifting, cannot seem to get around the absolute shapes that Diana is throwing around.
I don't really have anything in mind.
Fair enough.
I will continue to hold my action, just in case.
You continue to hold your action as Alexis is just trying to find a way through. Lelik is going to try and convince the guard.
Fuck this up.
Lelik just pats a hand on the shoulder and walks out. Diana, you know you can't hold us forever. But you do hear in your but you do hear in your head. Fine, you can stop. I've got it.
Yeah, if I've seen him leave, then I will be like, just go into like a dip, and then we've done.
Yeah, you're done.
Yeah.
None of you
wonderful
believe
dance from a wonderful
here.
lady, and I kiss you on the what's this fucking called?
Hand.
This was the palm.
Palm.
It's your hand, buddy.
And-
Hand.
yeah.
It's a hand.
Back of the hand. I'll kiss her on the
Yeah,
back of the hand.
no, that's just the hand.
Oh, back of the hand.
Hand, sure. Alright, fuck you.
You say as you kiss her.
Thanks.
And we will say almost off screen, like turns a corner around this pillar, and the camera watches as the fire genasi individual breathes deep, and as they breathe out, their body discorporates into the familiar sea mist foam,
So happy for him.
which begins spreading along the floor and out of the toilet window and into
so
the night.
Escaped via
Fucking
the
happy
shutter.
for him.
And sees these two still making out.
And sees those two still
Oh,
making
no.
out as sea mist foam. They do not see him as he is out.
Oh, wow. Woo.
The
I definitely
immediate
need
danger
some
seems to
air.
have passed them there. Yes.
Woo.
I think we're all
Or-
good.
Are we allowed to leave? No. Yeah.
Make a persuasion check towards the individual who might decide you to leave.
Who am I making a persuasion check?
That would be to Captain Alivor Penat, who revealed themselves.
Well, nice, that guy is.
Yeah.
Bob's dad.
It is hot
I-
on here, even on a winter's day. Winter's Eve, I should say.
Spicy.
Decisions. Am I saying like in general, like?
I was persuasion or deception to say we need some air, we need to get out. Like let the doors open. Clearly, there's not a threat.
Okay, yeah. That was fantastic. I feel like everyone needs a drink and some air and to go
Mhm.
home to bed. Oh, for
It
fuck's
must be
sake.
good.
Let the guards go away. Cool down the
19.
19. They 19. They look to you and
Whew.
everybody please remain vigilant, of course, but I think we can go about our evening. What a fantastic jig. Let us all give a hand to the dancers. And there's like a raucous applause from everybody.
And rather than applause, you know, like when a boxer or a wrestler's won a match, the referee pulls their hand up. I'll like still holding on to the jester's hand, be like, yeah.
They fully lean into it. They just deep bows. Like, oh, thank you. Well, I can't take all the credit. Who am I kidding? Of course I can. And Alexis is bolting for this door, knowing that that is where their prey has just gone, and will find nothing. Meanwhile, you guys have the reign of a place now. Jared Farringham is holding a small child.
Picking up a child.
By the scruff up against the wall.
Patient
Again.
defense.
Yes. If people are okay with this, they pull a hand back and they are going to try and slap. They have disadvantage because of your patient defense, and that you tell me how he misses, and bear in mind there is a hard stone wall behind him.
I literally want to watch him cock his fist back and then just go.
I heard go and didn't see what you did, sorry.
Just literally just lean to the side. Just
Yeah.
not breaking eye contact, just as he just makes contact with the wall.
The last moment you move out of the way, slam into the hard stone, and he like, oh, he leans backwards, he's like nursing his hand. It looks like he wasn't going for like a hard punch, he was just going for a indolent slap kind of thing. Again, please message me, I realise one of our players is left. I did not receive any message.
Oh no, she's gone to pee.
Cool. I just want to make sure we're checking in. Obviously, this is touching on some of our things that are perhaps out of the realm of things that are normally discussed.
It's fine, it's easy.
Cool.
40 or something.
But they are nursing their hand. At least a couple of abrasions, maybe sprains, maybe even broke a finger at some point, broke the throat at some point. As they're nursing their hand, oh, intern little brat.
I didn't do anything. Go check on your daughter. I think she's getting a bit lonely without you. It's fine. Whenever they come out, I will put on the full airs and guards that you so willingly put me in my place.
He looks towards you, looks towards
Or
the
would
dance.
you like to keep dancing?
He can hear that the dance has stopped at this point. He's nursing his hand. For some reason, you have it against my daughter, and that somehow makes me your enemy in this moment. Do you understand?
Oh, Mr. Farringham, don't be under any mistake. It's you that I don't like.
He looks towards you in a moment, not only not knowing that, first of all, that was his daughter, second of all, you know exactly who he is.
Mm-hmm.
Takes a second to try and think about what any of this could mean. Nope. But still nursing this hand, just may not like me. My daughter is off limits. I will
Bring her onto the table then. All's fair in love and war, right? Now, I suggest you go enjoy your bed. The less said about this, the better.
He's gonna have one more roll to I do not know who you are, small child. But this is not the end of it.
Oh.
And he walks away as you are saying whatever
as
closing
he's
remarks.
going to,
Yep.
I'm gonna grab the door handle and go, for your sake, you're gonna really hope it was, and then I'm just gonna close the door on him.
Jericho was now claimed a mortal enemy as a maybe 10-year-old child.
Yes.
In the blood of his hand,
As
he writes down an oath of vengeance.
Oath of Vengeance Paladin children.
Just
No,
children. All
not gonna
children.
As they walk away in shame.
As soon as I hear
Yes.
them go, can I just climb over the wall?
Yeah, absolutely you can. Not a hard climb at all.
Taxes is
Literally,
fucking off.
As I see you with that, just like,
I'm not gonna see you.
we going?
You guys
We
have...
don't.
I'm doing this quietly, but I can't do thieves' cancel.
Mhm.
We're going.
You guys have a pretty clear shot. Anything you'd like to do, tell me now. But obviously you have free reign to leave this place. if you
Yeah,
wish
so
to.
I would be like, well, that was hairy. I'd like to link arms with Halite and go.
You see, as you're going, this pink masked dwarf saying, "Fire Genasi, this tall must have come out here." And they point towards a pillar beyond which Lelik disappeared as she is like combing down the hallways behind you, trying to find Lelik Rents and not succeeding because he is adrift on the wind.
Just gonna
Gone.
do the whole and look up and down the hall and be like and then and leave.
I assume that Taxes and Zeke are joining the party,
Yeah.
Fucking
Yep.
Dewey, where's Dewey?
and they are making their way out front doors. It has been an exhausting evening. It's been an evening of frivolities. The guards do not stop you. It's been strange enough this evening that certainly guests will just leave. And so you make your way out of the front
Thank you.
without being chased, without being harassed. And there is a familiar cart with an individual clad in dark clothing, the one that took you here. And inside you see, not masked, the human face of Lelik Rents ushering you into the cart.
My God, that was
Mask off.
that was stressful. I need an
like
actual
that.
drink.
Before that was amazing. Oh my god, we're all still alive. I'm so sorry. I nearly got us all killed.
Yeah, I just glare at Dewey like, seriously, we were there for like 2 minutes. 2
Hey.
minutes.
Can I assume you're in the cart and not saying this outside?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
As
So
soon
we're
as
very
I'm
safe.
walking out the porch.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was great.
As Halite is about to step in the cart, he looks back at the party and like through a gap in the window, just kind of bites his lip and gets in the cart. Just looks back for a second.
Okay. I will say, for thematic sense, the camera shifts back into the room as the purple masked Earth Elf.
Yes.
What's
the
she
one.
goes, "Yeah, my wife, she would not stand for this kind of frivolity, but, well, that's what it means to be in the Tebby, I suppose."
You were right there. You were right there next to him.
You're dancing right next to
I
him.
knew he was right. I knew it was him.
Mm-hmm.
But you are in this cart,
Us.
as it is
I'm gonna-
thundering back towards your
I'm gonna
rescue.
slam my hand down on Dewey's thigh, like just above the knee, and just quite firmly squeeze and just go, "So how was your date?" And I'm just gonna quite firmly squeeze into that leg, like really going into the meat of it, like
Dewey is still like just assuming that like no one noticed that at all. It's like, what?
Yeah, she seems really cool, man. Congrats.
Everyone
who?
fucking noticed.
Who
Everybody
in-
fucking noticed, man. Everybody.
your
She's
your
oh my
fur
god,
line.
guys, she's amazing. She is
Pretty
she
fucking
is-
cool.
She is the worst possible daughter a noble of the Empire could possibly want. She thinks for herself. She's independent. She's intelligent. She speaks her mind. It's oh my god, I love her so much.
Yeah.
I mean, like.
Yes.
I think that was exactly how it happened as well. There's a really awkward silence, and then Alli's like, "Yeah."
Bard of
Rock on,
Eloquence
man.
is speechless.
Was it the mullet?
Leloc interrupts for quiet by going, did we figure out anything apart from that Dewey loves somebody?
Oh my god, you were just were you not even there? Like, that was
It
the
was so
main
cute,
event,
man.
to be fair. She
He
was the
looks
cat.
towards
You know
taxes.
that? Cat.
I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna grab Lelek and just go. Breathe. You've got the entire cart ride back. You're not dead.
I just need to, you don't need to tell me everything. Just tell me we have something. Taxes.
Yeah, did we
please.
actually did we danced a lot. It was a lot of
did.
fuckery. Did you actually get anything?
Probably say as soon as you get in the fucking car, you probably see Taxes pull out a book and start writing down everything
Yeah,
she said.
everything
Just shut up and like.
I will let you expend a key point. I'm going to say 2 key points. And you pretty much get everything, not word for word, but the intonation and the importance behind them. You make a note of everything in this moment, channeling your key to. Like, it's not even a long distant memory. Just right back to that point of 5 minutes ago. Adrenaline was high, but you're back in that moment. You see the words, you write them down. You're watching Taxes speed right. She does not seem like she is in the room of the cart, so to speak.
I would
She cannot hear any of you. She is power writing.
I'm gonna watch because I love it when she does this.
And I'm just gonna keep every time, just grab Lelek's attention every time he goes to interrupt. Just
Yeah. I mean,
I should say, you probably
not
haven't
even-
seen this happen before because she's not been an Order of Scribes particularly before this moment. She might have done something very similar,
Yeah.
based on like her ancestry, but this intensity you've not seen before. This is new.
I like to imagine that even though, like, she's so used to Diana, she's like Katie saying, "You stop looking, stop watching."
Nope.
And just kind of.
She does the weird thing where she's still speed writing but looks at Diana and looks back down while she's still writing like a fucking crazy person.
That.
You got a comma in the wrong place. It's the only thing that was wrong the entire time you were looking at it.
Lelek, over here, buddy. The more you interrupt, the longer it's gonna take.
Forgive me if I'm a little bit on edge.
Forgive me if I just put myself in mortal danger for you.
We did
I
it.
was in
she loves
mortal danger.
No, you
We did
weren't.
it. We did it. We did it by dancing. That was really unexpected.
You look great, by the way.
I know.
I know. Move on.
It almost looks like there's a practice response. He's so used to saying it, but it's not even he's aware of it in a moment.
His hand moves by itself.
Yeah, it's like the click happens. I don't control this.
It's like a twitch.
Okay. Anybody made
an enemy?
Wonderful.
Only an ally inside.
Made.
Okay.
What was the question?
I made an
Was
axe
anybody
like
made? Did anybody figure out who you were?
I made an axe like 3 weeks ago.
Job.
No.
I think he, genuinely not knowing the context, he just says, "Very cool, bud."
I love that that's literally the world's response to Halleck with everything. Very cool.
That's
bud.
nice. Yeah.
If you were looking at Lelek's point of view, you would see in the top corner highlight +1.
Halleck will remember this.
Taxes. At this point, a couple of details here, there. Got it all down. That T needs to be crossed. That full stop. It's there. You got it. You got it. All of it.
Alec, we've got a lot to discuss. First off, why'd you
Hmm.
cheat?
Maybe like an insight check to figure out which specific instance they do.
Instance he cheated.
Why'd you cheat?
Wow.
Yes.
It's not cool, bud.
Not that kind of cheating. It's bullshit. I have the ability to do that. And he starts talking your mind. Clearly, I can read thoughts. I can speak to thoughts. And then he's back in the room. So just because I have that ability, they decided I used it to cheat. And I did. But they didn't catch me. They didn't. They just decided because I could that I did. Which I did, but they didn't.
They can't prove it.
I feel
I'll
that
be
that
honest.
is that's
I was-
ridiculous.
I'll be honest, I was incredibly hungover. I had gone to the fire jolt, and I had some caffeine in me, but it was not enough. And
Didn't cheat.
you
You
know what?
wouldn't have the whole fucking issue of being
What
controlled by the
is-
Empire.
It's just like this kind of guy that would say this is cheating.
It is
Okay.
cheating.
I mean, he did use his magical powers
I
to succeed on a
used
magical
ev-
test.
I used everything at thank you. I used every resource at my disposal in order to pass.
You're not gonna
You know, I
come with me.
Just
No.
gonna
Okay.
flick him on the nose a little
Can
bit.
I
just
roll
go,
in
"Chap,
intelligence to see what's happening
controlled
here?
by the Empire, pardon?
This is okay. You are missing context that she has.
What?
But
Exactly.
Did
I'm,
you say?
I'm literally just like I'm bringing him back into like.
Yeah.
Did I understand any
Red-
of what he just said? Can I?
There's one thing that you might have picked up on. Make me
Fire
a history check with advantage. Yeah, fire jolt.
Nope. It's 11.
11.
I think.
11 is fire enough at fire jolt. Just like you don't know where you know it from, but there's just a sort of a word catches something in your head. You have no idea what. It's like, oh god, what is that?
What are you talking about?
It's a brand chain of coffee shops. They're all over the world.
There's
Yeah,
one
I
just
know.
down the road. Yeah.
Not anymore, then.
No.
I cheated because it seemed like the smartest thing to do, and I was proved wrong.
What?
But what does that have to do with anything? If I may. You know what? No. You know what? Actually, no. Fuck that. I'm grateful. Thank you. Please tell me. Help me. Thank you.
Pat him on the back.
I am not in my right mind right now. I have just escaped the Hierophant Imperium, who I cast a spell on, and she knows it. And
Yeah.
thank to Tatuna and my weird connection to her, I managed to escape. So I'm grateful for that. But please tell me what is going on with me. What is happening to me? What is happening to me? Please, please tell me you found out.
So you obviously don't know a lot, and okay. This is where it gets awkward. Tell you what, buy a drink afterwards. I'll lower my voice so Lele can hear. But like,
Yeah. If you try and do that, they start speaking in your head. Just think it.
cool. Okay, rip the bandage off. You're dead.
I died. I am aware I died.
Cool. Cheating. Made the curse book.
I was bound to the cursed book. Yes, I was bound to Tatuna in order for her to guide me into doing better.
The Empire has rewritten the curse, and now the Empire control you.
Few dots connect in their head. That shouldn't be possible.
No, it shouldn't be possible, but it's happened, so the impossible has become possible. Ignore that fact. We know why you are now being controlled. I know the reversal steps, kind of, but like Osnim and that has to do reversal. They know the words. I don't know the words. That wasn't in writing.
You guys are watching in silence.
Yeah,
These
just
two,
like, you're doing the thing again. You're doing the thing. Ah.
You just see a
Lelek.
fat finger just come into
Yeah.
flame.
Lelek will break a silence.
And I just go
Sorry.
sit back.
It
Not
is
my
to do with
issue.
my book curse.
Mm.
Something about it is different that allowed Osmond to intervene, or at least his lackey. Lackey does not. His hierophant. I don't understand. That curse is meant to be tight. It is just meant to be a punishment for school children.
As I said, if you didn't cheat, we wouldn't be in this mess.
I wouldn't be in this mess.
It seems like an extreme punishment for something
Yeah,
that
it's
they
a
can't
lot.
even prove.
It's meant to last a week.
What the fuck?
Shit, who did you piss off?
I don't know. There were lots of students, lots of teachers.
Did you piss them all off? Wouldn't be surprised.
I don't think I pissed anybody off exactly. I mean,
Tried breaking the book.
Trace Alorum was never a particular fan, but at least they understood where I came from. Thalia Ersis at least had some fun about her. But I don't think that was enough. I mean,
Sorry.
we're just tourists.
Who?
Isn't that your thing?
Thalia Ersis, one of the teachers where I was supposedly meant to study. I was meant to study in the tower. Anyway, I don't think any of them would have had anything to do with this. This was just meant to be a punishment. You learn how to obey the rules, and you're back on your feet. You try the exam again. But I never got that chance. It was just something was wrong, and I didn't know what was wrong.
And I glanced at taxes. Do you do the look?
Do the look.
I don't know what the look means.
The look, in this like no thieves can't.
You'll find out.
Find out.
I can find out.
The
Everyone else
look
does.
is, I know a lot more. I know why. The look is, I know.
Look is shut the fuck up. What?
He can't speak Fuse Can, but what he can do is read surface thoughts. Which, if you're trying to Fuse Can,
Yeah.
definitely pick
My
up on.
my
That's
surface
it.
thought.
We just talked about fucking cheating, and look at him.
I know.
doing it.
He's fucking cheating again. My surface thought is, what the actual fuck has my mother got to do with this?
Whoa.
Read everyone's surface thoughts?
Is it just a natural thing? It just happens? Yeah. So yeah, that crossed my mind.
Okay. I am teetering on the verge of a full-blown panic attack right now. So this is very much the calm.
Did you read my thoughts?
Yes.
Ah!
I read your thoughts. Yeah, I did.
Get the
Mother?
fuck out of my
Father?
head! Get out.
Honey, yes, this is your mother.
Yeah,
This is
you
your
knew
mother. I
her.
would very much like to speak with her.
Oh, well, she's dead, so you can't. But then you died, and now you're here,
Died.
so...
Back to me.
But she's dead! She's dead! She's dead! She's dead!
yes,
She's
she's
not here,
dead.
is she?
So
she's
there's
dead.
nothing.
Nothing you
We
can
don't know
do.
that. We don't know
Nothing
she's
you can
dead.
do. Nothing I can do. Nothing anyone can
She
do
was
to speak to.
at the tower, as far as I know. Everybody there. is dead.
Everybody's
or
dead.
Imprisoned. But
That's
I
not
think
true.
it's not true.
We don't know.
We don't know.
She's dead.
You assume.
We don't
There's always hope.
Why aren't you?
know. And he turns towards Taxis.
This is fucking keeping her mind empty.
I feel like
Your math.
everybody just goes.
You
"Arr."
just you hear her go into the tax records of what she's written down.
Fucking brilliant.
My super
Tis?
thought is
Do we know?
Milo is in there. That's what's in my head right now. You see Milo, my monkey? He's in there. Anyway, everyone looks at Taxis, I think was the last.
Yeah. Everybody's staring at Taxis as Lalek says, "Do we know? Is Falia Essis alive?"
Ah, she's dead! You're not listening.
I don't know.
See? She doesn't know. Wait, what?
To say, and I don't know is probably
It's not a
given we
lot.
are quarter to 12 a perfect point.
No!
People are happy
Dun,
to wrap up
dun.
for this week.
God damn it.
I will say we're not going to have any more story, but Doran has messaged me with an interesting point that I did plan for a round now, and I think makes sense to extend our stream a little bit, as
Boo.
you guys have endured social combat of a kind. You have gained experience, you have learned a lot, you have developed, you have gained experience in a huge way. And so, I am going to say that the party have leveled up.
Yay!
I'm going to say, as our
That's
raiders have arrived, we can discuss how that
Yay!
happens. And I'm going to say as well, for my own amusement, that Lelik was a part of that and has been doing things. So I'm going to level Lelik up as well. As people are deciding what they want to level. But I will start with Ben because they started.
So I've been thinking about this long and hard, and I think it's really thematically appropriate that I multi-class into rogue.
Oh my god, same!
How do you get him out of this Discord
I
call?
just wanted to see your face.
It's funny, I was
Just
thinking
wanted
the
to see your
same
face.
thing. It's the one I haven't got yet.
Cool. We're going to play at the town scene. Being a 10th
Yeah.
level warlock, I think the only addition is from their class, which means they get more temporary hit points. And they can choose to give temporary hit points to allies at the end of a long rest. Or end of a short rest as well, from looks of it. They can give people temporary hit points. And that's what Lelik learns to do. And I think that's it. But getting towards the bigger stuff as a warlock. As other people think what they want to do, Diana, we will say that the party are doing things alongside this. We will catch us up next time. But you make it back to the tavern. Lelik is still processing things. They do not want to confront you right now about the fact that your mum
Good, I don't talk to
was
him
their
either.
teacher.
I don't talk to him either.
You sort of break through the crowd, get through the tavern. You see that in here, Garrick is currently performing for the humans that have decided tentatively to not turn in the cause, if not entirely join the cause. Yeah.
Nice.
But the loot stops as you come back in the door. You're back. How? Good night? Bad night? It's been maybe a couple of hours. That's quick.
Yeah. I feel like everyone just be like, knackered.
It was a hell of a dance, so yeah.
You are
Sweaty. Yeah.
I'm actually fine. I have an ability called Second Wind.
That
Right.
is when you fart a lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
right. They put their loot down and they step off the stage and they close in for a bit more privacy than just on stage in front of everyone, which is not much more, to be fair, but it's. How'd it go?
Amazing. We had this massive dance battle. It was.
Dewey, I'm
Hey.
gonna learn all about that in a moment. I'm just gonna have a quick chat with Diana, if that's okay.
Oh.
My God, he's cute but annoying.
Yeah, he
All excited. He's had too much sugar.
not the fact that he just declared love for someone. I had too much
Yeah.
sugar.
I mean, different type of sugar.
Yeah.
Sugar.
I was gonna say, while this is happening, can I just put a small eye?
Small.
Just the tiniest of eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was weird.
Weird.
Just dressing up and going to just mingling with everybody. It's just weird.
Did you get what you went for?
I think so. We are yet to discuss, but I'm pretty sure we did. Something about magic. Something. My mother. Something. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Something, magic, something.
Mama. Okay. That's more complicated, I suppose, but when is it not?
Never. Did you have fun? The loot, this poor human.
I passed the time. With your insight check, he's not drunk, but he's definitely had a couple. He's just right side of tipsy.
Cool. Same, there was champagne on tap. Cool. Is Highlight still around?
Highlight's talking to his new human friends at the bar.
Cute.
Yeah, it was great. I danced with her.
Yeah.
Such a good dancer.
He does.
Such a good dancer. But you know, there's a distance. You can't hear that. Maybe. I don't know. Unless you want to.
We'll probably hear you.
Do you wanna get somewhere away from this lot where we can have more of a private conversation?
Yeah.
Yeah. He takes you through. Rather than the rooms that you guys rented, he takes you to one of the other rooms. Please had conversations with his humans about other rooms that are free and
Is
won't
he
be
now?
noticed as much. So, your ma did something before she did something we'll talk about.
I think she did a lot of things that I don't know about.
She did. She was well,
Very old, very powerful, very secretive person.
she did a lot of great things. I mean, for example,
Wow. For you, Braggett, that was awkward.
you know, you make me awkward.
I take that as a compliment.
Good.
I think.
I knew you were walking into a bit of a hornet's nest there, and I was worried something was going to go very wrong. And
Yeah.
I was thinking, if you didn't come back, what would I have really regretted? So, whilst we both still have time, can I kiss you?
That's a question. Yeah.
He needs nothing more as he leans forward, takes you, and he pulls you into a kiss.
That's good.
Okay, if that's good.
That's where we end it.
And that's where we will end it.
No, again.
Oh wait, no. There's one more thing.
Okay.
What room have we gone into?
One more thing you want to happen on stream, or one thing that happens off stream?
I want to see if Tax has seen them kissing.
Do you try and follow them?
I'm just gonna wander over to a different
Was
room.
keeping an eye out.
Yeah, keep an eye out.
I don't think they've made a particular stealth check, but you can make a stealth check to see if you are noticed, I suppose, if you are genuinely trying to tail them.
An eavesdropping test.
Not tail, just wander by.
They went to a private room.
Just wander down the corridor, and if I hear Garrick say, "Can I kiss her?" then I'll be
Sure.
like,
Sure. They
Wow.
footsteps on the ground they might hear. I'm going to say still make a stealth check if you wish to do this without being seen. Or heard, I think were. Yeah, I'm sure
23.
23. They are
Fucking
not
creep.
paying attention, they are not listening out for people. They do not hear you, but you do hear them.
I'm just gonna go to my room.
Okay.
It's very loud.
Yeah, anyway, I think it's going real well with her.
Yeah, man, it sounds like you had a really interesting time. There's a lot of reconnection there from the sounds of things. That you discovered, that you remembered, like how well you were together. I mean, I'm not saying too much. Don't invest too much in it, but
Yeah, I'm not
it
really.
sounds like maybe she's,
There's a chance.
There's a chance.
Oh
But
my
again,
god.
don't invest too much.
And was it busy tonight?
No, we kept everybody from the doors because we hosted, as far as I can tell, the beginning of a serious rebel uprising in the Empire. That's you guys.
We hope so.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Probably gonna come out of a shock at some point tomorrow, but for now, cheers.
Well, if that happens, just let us know and, we won't bother you anymore. We're not trying to be dicks.
I mean, genuinely, if you could leave me back to my old life, that would be fantastic, but I kind of feel like that's not gonna happen.
Well, cheers.
Cheers!
I'm gonna look from the dumbass at the bar,
God.
announcing everything about the supposedly secret operation that we just went through. Through to the love-struck teenager that's probably
whoops.
sitting on a bar stool swirling back and forth.
Cute.
So then catching taxes, going to walk past and following to the eye line and seeing that happen, and then taxes just go upstairs and just go,
Don't do it.
gonna grab one of the rings, and I'm gonna get you to roll for me, buddy. If I get the lady that wants me to drink, I'm drinking.
I'm going to choose this from the rings that have not been satisfied.
No.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that have been. There's 9. All of my D10s are in my Vampire Masquerade books. Give me a second.
I rolled skull.
Oh no.
What
Don't roll the
number
skull.
is she? She is.
Getting my
Right.
passive insight. Sorry, passive perception.
You know what? You can roll it first and then dice will tell. Fantastic. You grab a ring at random, hold it, and you hear a soft, low. No, isn't it low? It's a high pitched hum. And as you call forth a spirit to comfort you in this moment, you see, appearing in front of you, not too dissimilar to a young version of yourself, a young dwarvish boy who looks up towards you, comes forward and just hugs you.
Aww.
You think they've got any chocolate here?
I'll see if I can find some. And for anyone who, for what it looks like to everyone else, I am hugging the air.
Oh.
I miss chocolate. I haven't had chocolate in a long time.
We'll find you some,
Can't
buddy.
deal with this shit.
Oh god, it hurts more than Diana.
What kind of chocolate do you like?
Oh, I like all kinds of chocolate. I like mixed chocolate. I like the chocolate that is cut like animals. I like the dark chocolate, but not too much of a dark chocolate. And he continues.
And I'm just going to, like, for anyone who does pay attention, like, for the first time in a while, Zeke's face is just going to soften, and he's just going to brush the hair out of his head, the kid's hair, and just comfort him more than comfort himself.
Yeah. I love that I've got a 14 and I've got a list of all they want to. There's sort of unfinished business, what they want to achieve in this world. And next to Bryn, the dwarven child, I just have one word. Chocolate.
It's chocolate.
That's all they want.
Baby.
Zari wanted to play games and have fun, and Bryn wants chocolate.
Ghost chocolate.
They just want Zeke to have some chocolate so they can taste it.
So wholesome.
How are people leveling up?
I have
Fast
mine's
with
mine's very straightforward. I've taken a second level in Rogue. Sorry, Sarah. So now I've got cunning action.
Nice. Very useful.
I took a level in Warlock, and I bumped my Charisma up to 15, which means I get an extra cantrip and an extra spell.
Good choice.
Level in Monk. Bumped my intelligence, so I'm even more smarter.
Even more smarticles.
Mm.
I'm going to roll dice, so what class I go next?
Fuck's sake.
So many classes to choose. Sorcerer, would it be Paladin?
Will be Bard.
Oh
Could be
god,
bad.
fuck her off.
Something
Fuck
else.
her
I feel
off.
like I can really connect with her if I just focus
Oh
on
no! Hey, no,
like the people who move houses just to be closer to the partner, ignoring the fact that they already broke up. Does
I think
Diana
you're probably
know
getting
yet,
a
or-
wizard.
Nice.
But I need to just redo Dana thing, because there's a few things that are just broken and not working out. So
Okay.
Thank you very much, you guys that stuck around. Thank you for
yeah,
watching.
thank you,
Our
Sam. I'm
emotions
Thank you,
very
Sam.
sorry
Thank you,
that
Sam.
we went on a bit.
Okay.
Okay.
We made you stay up late so we could make out with one of your NPCs.
Cool. Yeah, we will see you guys soon. We might see you in person on the weekend, but until then, we love you.
Be safe. We love you.
Bye.
Bye.
The time has come, we will stand together stronger than we've ever done. Like the sun, we will rise at dawn and never stop until we've won. time has come. We will rise like the sun, I will never run. We will fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test. The self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, we'll win the fight. The end's inside. All you see in us is barbarian. All we want is to be equalitarian. We will rock, we will never stop. Standing at the top of the hilltop, we will mock viciously, capriciously. We're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry. But we will not beat your door, you'll break. I said we're done. We have fire in our veins and we will break these chains. I said we're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years there's finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. I said we're done